spend an hour in the hot
There
tub.
he is.
Why does I walk in the door and I hear a loser? What the hell is that?
These fucking guys, these guys in this locker room, we play racquetball. They are so old and fat, and they're always fucking naked, and they're always in the weird, awkward fucking positions.
In the hot tub.
In the fucking hot tub. Fuck, man.
Sounds like you're being awfully judgmental.
This one guy did.
This is true.
He was, so there's like 4 or 5 steps leading up to the hot tub to get in. And you have to go by the hot tub to get in or out. So he's just all spread out like this on the fucking steps. His fucking balls are hanging down at least 18 inches to the step below his ass.
I didn't see him. I don't look. I don't look at that.
One of these racquetball, or they don't play, I hope they don't play racquetball. They play naked racquetball.
That could be dangerous.
That could be dangerous. Just think you hit that ball.
And it smells, the hot tub, Jeff, smells so bad.
Why don't you go someplace else?
I know, it's like,
Well, the racquetball courts are nice.
well, yeah, and there's no time constraints. That I will say.
And you don't have to make a reservation or anything.
Yeah.
It's a South Suburban.
So you don't make any reservation?
No, just show up.
Really? And they must have, what, 10 courts? They've got more courts than any place I've ever been.
I know, they got a lot.
There is a place somewhere in Parker that apparently is $10 a month, but I'm guessing it doesn't include racquetball. It's probably $10 for the membership, and then racquetball is extra.
So, Amazon.
Make sure you have.
We're up.
I did send you the new shit for Al, right? Well, I know I sent it to you. You got it? Did you update his shit?
We will accommodate your group. And we got the 4th hour. That's all I got. We will accommodate your group, and we got the 4th hour because I sent. You got the message I sent.
Yeah. I read it. That sounds great, Ted. That sounds great. So the 4th hour is a done deal?
Are we on, Dan?
Yes, we're up. You want me to?
I mean, for this weekend, it's a done deal.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds
The
good.
4th hour tonight at the party.
God, it's going to be, I think we got 60 plus.
Hey, I need your address to plug it in.
You don't remember?
I don't.
Jeez. Do you remember if you had to get there without a GPS, would you know how to get there?
I don't remember. I know how to fly there.
That's ironically enough, that's probably true.
Congratulations on your kid graduating.
Fuck, you're early, bro.
That's awesome.
Starts college whenever
Fuck,
Metro
I remember
kicks.
Addie as a newborn.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
like
just
literally.
yesterday. Fuck. It's unbelievable.
I know, man. It's
My
like
girl
Miles is
graduated
going to be
from-
20.
My girl graduated from 8th grade.
How'd that go?
It was
Was it a cool little ceremony?
Yeah.
Those
Actually-
ones,
Actually, it was great.
the middle
It
school
wasn't
ceremonies,
boring.
I actually liked
It
both of
wasn't
them.
boring at all.
My daughter graduated yesterday.
Oh, sweet, man.
Good job.
I now have all three of them.
Is your shot at $1,000.
Yep, I got both out.
Text the nationwide
And I'll tell you, man, Tom, you have no idea.
You'll get a text
High school is the MF of all of them.
Standard data is every time.
But I lived with
Nationwide
the Chris
contest. That's
every year.
Oh, that's true.
Well, how long was
Yeah,
it?
but he was
A good kid.
very in line, so that's a little different.
Well,
This is the Troubleshooter Show.
That's, yeah. Granted.
Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
I'm Tom Martino, and it is car day. That doesn't mean we only talk cars, but we emphasize cars on Fridays. 303-713-TALK. I'll let you know whenever a line is open. Jeff Vick's with us from Kimmer Transmission. And we'll probably have Al Ramos from Pro Auto Care anytime now. And we just have to get him a new watch, basically. 303-713-8255. Welcome, seriously, to the only show where you can air out everything. You can air out everything. You got a problem, air it out. I don't care what it is. You call us, and we try to solve it. Let's talk to Renee. Renee, I'm going to go to the car problems right after this, but you have a possible tax scam. What's going on?
Well, about 7 months ago, I called a company called Tax Representation Inc.
Why'd you call him? Did you have a problem?
Yeah, I owed back taxes. I owed about $18,000.
Yeah. In the future, I just want to tell people listening, Larson Tax Relief, it's a company headquartered in Denver. They help people all over the country. They're good people. Larson Tax Relief. But what happened with you?
Well, everything was working fine. You know, they told me that they can fix an $18,000 tax problem.
Well, they always tell you that, right? I mean, these phony balonies. I'll bet you they took money up front.
Yeah, they took $4,500.
And what happened?
Everything was working fine, you know.
What does that mean, everything was working fine? That's the part I don't understand. You mean you got your taxes reduced?
No.
Then what do you mean everything was working fine?
All the paperwork, you know, I was sending them the paperwork. They did contact the IRS.
Oh, okay.
So
it wasn't a total ripoff.
No, well, that I know of. Well, yeah, they did call, so they did do some type of work.
Then what happened?
And then, you know, the people I used to talk to started, like, they weren't there anymore. So I started getting worried, but they gave me the number. They gave me, not the number, but some lady was supposed to call me. That
is the actual name of the place Tax Representation?
Tax Representation, Inc.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so what happened? I want to know when things went south.
Okay, about maybe 2 months ago or maybe a month ago. I'm not really sure what the dates. They told me that some lady was going to call me, and I asked them, hey, can I get her number? And they told me, no, she doesn't want to give out her number because she's working from home. And that's when I started feeling a little nervous. But she called me the next day, and she asked for all my paperwork, and I sent her all my paperwork. I gave her about a week to review it.
Tell me the problem, sir. Let's get to that part.
Okay, so then, you know, now I call their office, and nobody's there. The company, the phone numbers are all disconnected.
Well, you'd be happy to know the Better Business Bureau gives them an A rating.
I looked that up. Yes, I saw that.
And the Better Business Bureau, I wonder when people are going to learn it is a scam, in my opinion. The entire system is a scam. They go by ratings based on how people answer complaints. They do no investigation. Businesses, when are you going to come alive and know that you're paying for what I consider to be pressure for the BBB? Because one time they meant something. With today's technology, they're useless, absolutely useless. Go to Google, go to Amazon, find, Yelp or whatever, find reviews. Go to referrallist.com for a real listing of people that are policed. The Better Business Bureau across the country is a useless organization. And goodness gracious, how they give this company an A rating is unbelievable. Unbelievable. You're sure that those phones are disconnected?
Yes, I've called every day. They're all disconnected. I've emailed them and no reply.
So you paid, how did you pay the $4,500? Please tell me it was a credit card.
No, they did not accept my credit card. They took it out of my bank account.
You're screwed, man. You're totally screwed. Now, where is the case with the IRS?
No, they have no idea.
He can probably call Larson, and if they did anything, Larson will be able to pick up.
Did the IRS say anything to you since this thing? Like they've been in touch with them or anything?
No, they have not been in touch with them, and
I thought you said they did contact the IRS.
Right, but not anymore. Like, that's it. They haven't talked to them again. All they called was to find out how much I owed.
He probably signed a power of attorney, which gave them permission to talk to the IRS. So I'm guessing if Larson got involved now, they could call up and pick up where they left off.
I'm disgusted. I am disgusted. Hey, let's call and try some numbers. Does anyone know about this? Let's ask Larson Tax Relief to come on. Daphne, let's get Larson Tax Relief on to talk about this. I am disgusted. Rob, talk about your Dodge 2019 1500.
Yes.
Let's talk about it, man. What's happening with it?
So I purchased a really nice Dodge Laramie package. It's got that like Tesla package. It's the 12-inch screen in there, and it keeps freezing up. It's been in and out of Dodge, and it had some wind noise. They had to redo the doors on it. The dome light fell out. It took 5 months to get a dome light. It's been in and out of the shop.
What is a Tesla package?
It's I call it the Tesla package, but it's a 12-inch screen.
Okay, it's like a glass cockpit?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So anyway, where do we stand with this? Are you just saying you have a lemon?
I just want them to replace the damn
truck.
Radio, the screen. Not the truck, just the radio. Everything else is,
Well, what do they say about it, man?
Well, so I've taken it to Johnson Auto Plaza and some other places, and they're waiting on Dodge to send an engineer, and then they call the 5-star whatever, and I've called it, but I'm not getting anywhere with them. They won't return any of my calls, and when I do call customer service, they give me a number that I've called several times. I've got a rep that never calls me back.
How often does it lock up, man? Is it something they see lock up?
Well, I've had it on the dealership service when it locked up twice, and then I've got like 7 or 8 videos of it locking up.
I wonder if our guys at Colorado Springs Dodge could get that handled for
I'm
us.
wondering. That's exactly what I was wondering. Listen.
I'm just at wit's end because,
listen, Rob, I know this sounds terrible. Not all dealerships are the same.
I understand that.
I want to make a recommendation. I want to make a recommendation, and even if you have to drive, it's going to be worth it. We're going to make you direct your information directly. Who would you give it to? To Andy? Directly?
Andy Barella,
service director. I'm telling you, there is no better Dodge service in the state, possibly the country.
Okay.
And he can lean on him. Who's your Dodge dealer?
Well, I bought it from Larry, the old Cherry Creek, which, the reason I bought it there was...
Well, hold on. That's the same ownership. They're pretty good. Now, was it the same owner? Who owned it when you bought it?
Larry H. Miller.
Oh, no, that's not it. No.
Okay.
I thought it was I thought you meant Cherry. Okay, never mind. I thought you bought it. I see it's a 19. Okay, so therefore, forget them. I don't like Larry H. Miller, never did. I just don't. Hold on. So, Daff, get his information. We're going to pass it on. We're going to pass it on to Andy Barella, Colorado Springs Dodge. Just for, let's just see what he can do for you. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
This report is sponsored by your local Ford.
Yeah, made from palm trees.
How's this, guys? Look. And coconuts.
And coconuts. And native women wearing barely nothing.
My shirt.
Love that part.
That's plenty Hawaiian.
Oh, that's Hawaiian as it gets.
It looks like you're dressed up to a little Hawaiian.
It's an Italian Hawaiian. It looks like he's going to, what is it called? The
Luau?
Luau.
Let's take your chairs over just.
Actually, you can button his shirt up like this. And
Is everything broken
You need it down for everything,
Just
bro.
our spirit.
Bro, everything. Yes.
Hey, this one's better. Use this one. This one doesn't fall. It used to
Yeah,
fall
I
down.
like the leaning forward. Yeah. Better on my bicycle.
Do you want this?
I hate it.
He was about to say
I mean,
it.
I'm something.
Guys, I'm going to be doing a commercial, and you know how I get. We do.
Be sure to ask about additional appreciation cash on top of amazing
We were
Memorial Day
supposed
offers.
to do that Beyond Meat.
Why do they spell racquetball with a Q? Let's go. Fix it 24/7 at my house again. Oh my God, I'm using them so much. I had this HVAC tune-up, right? Because I just bought this place. It's in. I don't want to get into why, but it's great. Here's the thing: they've never touched that furnace. This guy went through that furnace. What a good guy! Every stinking square inch of it. He found a capacitor that was going bad that could have possibly ruined my motor. Everything. Listen, here's the bottom line. That thing got a clean bill of health, and it looks spectacular. Then I had a plumber there. Honest to God, plumbing check. It's $39. How do you beat it? They go through the entire house, but they found, flapper valves that need this needs that needs that. They're saving me money, tons of money on just the water I'm not wasting
Yeah, and I might get a descaler. Have you heard of those? They take all that hardness, but it's not a water softener. No maintenance required, but it helps your plumbing not destroy itself. Fix it 24/7. Seriously, you won't find better service anywhere. FixMyHome.com. FixMyHome.com. 720-526-3939.
Running out of money is the #1 fear for retirees today. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, every Saturday on 630 KHOW. If you want to secure your retirement future, you need to start with a written plan. Together, let's create a plan to make sure your money lasts as long as you do. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604.
Did you see this tax representation thing? It goes to this Manta. What's it? That's the website.
The art of granite. That is the art of doing things the right way. Mitch Floria sells all of the material. He's a direct stone importer, whether it's granite or quartz or marble, at wholesale prices. You can buy from him or from anyone. And he is so proud of his pricing because he only charges for fabrication and installation. He'll give you a price on the phone. In other words, he knows tear out and haul weight's free. Doesn't have to price it. He knows you're going to buy the stone wholesale. Doesn't have to really price that beyond what you need. All he does is gives you a complete price, and he does the bathroom free when you have the kitchen done. Art of Granite. Get your price on the phone. He really serves the entire Front Range and mountain communities. Open 6 days a week, 303-386-5919, artofgranite.net. I know Mitch personally. A family man came here with nothing in his pocket and has built a beautiful business. You should take advantage of that and his great prices. Artofgranite.net, 303-386-5919.
So Sam said we got this tax representation by listening to iHeart here.
Always crisp.
What? No, oh, no, not for me.
No, I didn't say that. From listening to iHeart.
Perfect balance of flavor and refreshment.
Big troublemaker, shit stir.
I'm going to try to call them.
What a shit stir you are.
To the highlights.
They got a number on this website.
Just trying to stir it up. Is this me?
2019 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Celebrate responsibly.
Like it could even be cheaper.
Flexident of Colorado.com. They fix dents without touching the paint. If you don't have paint damage, go to Flexident. They're top rated with a Better Business Bureau. They have great reviews. It's like new. So go to Flexident if you have any hail damage or dings. It doesn't take away from the value. You get a $500 discount for big jobs. Get Joe on if you can, Lazara, for the third hour. I want to talk about, or anytime you can come on for drinking, driving, big holiday weekend. Flexident. If you can't get him, I understand he's very difficult.
He's really into politics. I happen to think politics is the most important. Keeping it honest, a little bit of corruption there, and pointing out its flaws. Here's the email. Look, you liar. John Hannity, day one on 630 KHOW. Julia owed the IRS thousands.
I was paralyzed with fear.
Then
I heard a commercial for Optima Tax Relief.
Optima Tax Relief.
But there's a lot of those tax resolutions.
Oh, they're working on
The Better Business Bureau.
Optima Tax Relief.
Larson
settled
took me, huh?
the IRS tax bill.
Call
Larson
Optima now for a free consultation.
It was
Took almost 2 years.
800-960-1575.
What was the ultimate?
800-960-1575.
The IRS conceded.
They called Uncle. Screamed on him.
Details visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
I can't wait.
Just can't wait to get on.
Okay, to get on the road, Renee, we're working on this, trying to get Larson tax relief. He called this scam place Tax Representation Inc. Took his money, did nothing. You know, Jeff Fick went there years ago. What did they do, Jeff? Larson Tax Relief.
Well, it was about a 2-year process. It took a while.
They're the good ones on my referral list. He's complaining about someone else.
They wanted to deny my deduction for alimony in 2015. And like I said, it took about 2 years, but actually just 2 days ago, Amy informed me that the IRS conceded and everything is washed out.
Good stuff. Jacob, what's happening, Jacob? Jacob. Yeah. Hey, man, what's going on? Thanks for contacting us. We got back to you. What's happening?
Well, Nissan is still refusing to refund a windshield repair contract, and I've contacted the warranty people, and it's IAS is the company, and it's 100% refundable, and I had them email me.
No, it is. I mean, our F&I expert that came in as a common man, He said these things are refundable. Tell me something. Are they saying they will not give it to you, or they will? What are they doing to you?
They said it's not refundable. They can't cancel it.
How much did you pay for this?
Well, it was initially in your monthly bill, and then you add it all up, and you're like, okay, that was a stupid mistake. But I looked at the contract.
What does it cover, man?
What does it cover?
I mean, it just covers like your cracks, and there's.
Yeah, but so does insurance. You can get zero deductible glass coverage. So
I didn't realize that was in there because.
So listen, who is it that told you it was non-refundable?
The dealership. This guy named Dustin in finance, and I went to their manager, Adam Go, who's also a sales manager, and they said it's also.
And this is Empire. Did you?
Yes.
Okay, and you say it's fully refundable. Why do you say that?
Because I called IAS.
And IAS is the actual company.
Is the windshield warranty contract. That's who you contract if you need a repair, whatever. And it says, actually, it doesn't say anything in the contract where it says it's non-cancelable, non-refundable, anything like that. Actually, it says if you have any cancellations, call this number. And then I called it, and they're like, we can cancel it, but the dealer has to issue the refund. And I said, send me a copy of the contract where it states I can cancel it. And they sent me a copy of it, and I don't have it in my contract whatsoever. And I emailed the warranty and Dustin of finance saying, I want to cancel this, but the dealership is refusing, etc.
Okay, listen. We're going to call Empire. Did you call him, Dano?
So his dad called before. Jacob's dad called before. This is the second on this. And so he had bought all that stuff. He had bought an extended warranty.
I remember his dad called.
So they refunded everything except for this.
They did refund everything else.
Right? Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Why do they say it's non-refundable? Can you send us the do you have a copy of it, Dano?
I sent it to Dan, yeah.
Yeah, I got some of it. I got to look it over.
But he said it's not in that contract.
I know. I want to look at it, though. I want to look at it. And then I'm going to have one of our attorneys review it, too. And then, Dan, did you ever call Empire?
Yeah, and I talked to that Adam Goat, and he said, like, the dad had come in, and Jacob hadn't come in there before. He says, hey, we didn't sell this to his dad. We sold it to Jacob.
Okay, well, Jacob now is trying to get this back, and Adam says no, right?
For the glass, yeah.
So let's call him again now, just specifically about the glass. We'll call later on this one, but hold on. No, don't hold on. I mean, we have his information, right? We have Jacob. Jacob, we just want to give you an update. We will call them back on this one, okay? Now, Renee, on that tax scam, hold on. I have our expert from Larson Tax Relief, the one I recommend, LarsonTaxRelief.com. 844 Larson Tax. I just want to make this clear. This is not the one he's complaining about. So Steve Sissick is with Larson. Steve?
How you doing, Tom?
Good, man. So Renee went to a place called Tax Representation, Inc. He paid $4,500, nothing. They contacted the IRS to find out how much he owed. If they did that, I mean, Renee, did the IRS say they did that?
No, they didn't. They didn't, but she did say the exact amount of money I owed. So
that's easy to find out. So, but they did nothing for you. Then they closed up shop.
Yeah, they did. They closed up shop.
How many times do we hear this about people going on the internet, Googling, and finding a company out of state and getting screwed? You hear it a lot, don't you, Steve?
Yeah, unfortunately, the industry is just rife with unethical practices. They use the IRS, as a sword to scare people, and then they just kind of defraud people, unfortunately.
I'm asking you guys as a favor, if you can see the status of Renee and his tax situation and give him or give us an idea of what it would cost to take this over. This guy is in trouble. And Renee, they're going to look at this free of charge. Just look it over, okay? And then report back to us.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
so we'll figure out. Yeah, we'll figure out where it is. Steve Sissick, you'll be getting some information from us for Renee. Thank you, Renee. Make sure you hold on so we get all your information. All right, we want to make sure we have it. And then Daphne's very busy, but as soon as you're not, I'll tell you what to do with Renee. Okay. Okay. Now, Jacob, the extended warranty again. We will call them later, so we're done with you. And now it's on to Bill, who waited on the phone yesterday. Bill, you want to bring up an issue. What's going on, Bill?
Yeah, how's it going?
Good, man.
Have you tried buying beer in the supermarket since they changed the law?
No, I don't drink beer. Not that that matters. I just don't like the taste.
Right. Well, with wine or anything.
What? Tell me about it.
What they do is, first of all, they make you take your driver's license out of your wallet. Mine's in my wallet.
Well, I mean, come on. There's nothing wrong with checking, right?
Yeah, but they scan it. Now, where does that go?
Into their data bank so they can spy on you.
Well, that gets my vote, but I didn't like it at all. I won't buy it there again.
Is that just because they scan your license you won't do it?
Just the principle. I mean, I've been shopping at the store for 35 years.
I actually don't know why they
What
scan
store
it.
is it, man?
Safeway. King Soopers, I go there more and they don't ask me but anyway, when I was at Safeway, I pulled out my concealed carry permit, which is issued by the Jefferson County Sheriff, which is harder to get than a driver's license, and they wouldn't accept it.
Well, I guess they don't have to, but...
Well, I know.
Does it have a photo on that, the concealed carry?
Yeah, sure does. It's, like I said, that's harder to get than a driver's license.
Why do you have a concealed carry?
Mostly because I've heard people call up your show that have gotten cars confiscated. That one guy because I only drive a pickup truck. I don't drive a car, so I can't keep it in the trunk if I was going to the range or wherever. And just to have.
I'm going to report you to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Good.
I am. I think she would be very highly disappointed in you.
Well, I'm disappointed in the Democratic Party.
Okay, listen. They scan a license. I wonder why. We have some lines open. I promised you.
They're probably terrified of these young checkers not checking, and they get a huge fine.
So maybe,
Although that guy actually is well
scanning,
over 80.
Hold on. Scanning proves that you checked.
That's right.
That's a good idea. I don't see what the problem is. Listen, I'm all... This thing about privacy, listen, I'm all for privacy, but... Oh, my God, do you realize how many places have your information? Come on, we're far past privacy. Now, privacy in your own home and what you do and how you surf and that kind of stuff, that's different, right? Because people have their, preferences and all of that, but I'm not going to get into your life. But do you really care about scanning a license? Would you care, guys? Would any of you care?
No, it's done all the time. You can't get all...
And people
about simple things.
People get all crazy about this stuff. And they don't let you smile anymore.
No, you can't.
Because of facial recognition.
That worked out well for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't smile.
I used to smile. Yeah.
I got to smile.
Why?
I was up in Grand Lake and there was nobody there and I couldn't not smile and he let me.
How can she not smile? She's always smiling.
Hey, that's weird. Okay. So, Mark wants to talk about the military on rotation. He bought a house, and he was not given, I don't understand this, money or something. We'll talk about real estate and more. I'm Tom Martino.
I'm James. Started doing that now?
Just
Once you're back?
No. But
No,
it's okay.
I don't mind.
I just, what happens when I go lower markets higher, it raises the status. Yeah.
Someone said that because I had a loan share here.
On the show, they said that raise.
It was more to me. He said low.
So you
love that. That share's not too bad now.
No, it does, and it wasn't doing that, so I thought they had fixed it.
Well, yeah, wait.
20 seconds. You take care of my life.
It's horrible.
It's
Now, you want to hear what's even worse? Next door, their revenue is like, very low. In fact, I don't even see people in that studio. But they got brand new TVs. They got a refrigerator. It's like the crap.
Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ. The new orthodontics. Why do we call it the new orthodontics? Because Dr. Kent Lawson pioneered a system that adults can use. and in 2 years have completely straight teeth, a widened palate, attack their TMJ, and sleep apneas all in one process. Imagine that. First of all, he puts on palate expanders. That's right. You can expand your palate as an adult. He's proven it thousands of times. Then your teeth will straighten about 90% of the time. I mean 90% of the way. Then what he does is Invisalign braces for the last 10%. And it's a beautiful transition without spending thousands on regular orthodontics in 6 or 7 years, and without spending thousands on a full mouth of cosmetic dentistry. It's the new orthodontics, Dr. Kent Lawson. You got to give him a call to find out more. 303-690-0100, 690-0100. Look for Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ on my referral list at referralist.com.
Or you could go in there, I'll go grab one of these ones in there. Why not steal one from next door and leave it on Alabama?
I don't think they even do a show in there anymore.
They have 7 audiences members.
If you haven't tried CBD oil for yourself, now is the time. If you've been enjoying the benefits,
The chair that is left in here for the poor guy, as you sit on it, it just constantly goes down.
botanicals.com for all the details.
There's no mics on.
SimplyFloorsInc.com.
Here, at least give them this.
I know, buddy. I know Simply Floors. I know the company. I know you can save money 20, 30, 40, 50%.
Renee's phone number, and he said he's going to handle it.
Funny.
Yeah.
Everyone sells the same.
There
So it all comes
you
down to
go.
2 things only. 2 things.
They're remodeling.
And then the service, installation.
No, this one's all down. Yeah, bro. Look at that. That's nice stuff. What happened to that? Did you rip that on the way over here, bro?
This is the quality of all our.
Thank you for doing that. Yeah.
God.
Man, these guys are looking out.
Did you see that fucking chair? We had one in here that made that one look like a brand new.
One I think had body fluids on it.
It did have body
no
fluids
way.
on
Are
it.
you serious?
Yes.
What is wrong with this place?
They're actually redoing everything right now. It's gonna be beautiful.
They're probably gonna do everything except this room. This is gonna be like the wall side of Berlin.
Oh man. Well, hell, what? Maybe a third of the building they're renting out.
They're renting out building?
Yeah. Soon the first floor and the second floor will not be iHeart. You'll literally come in the back and just get out the elevator, and the people at the front desk will be on the 4th floor.
Wow, that's big change. Yeah.
But they're gutting. It's going to look beautiful, man. I will say this. Our 2 floors are going to be gorgeous when they're done.
Nice. Oh, it's about time though. This stuff's been here forever.
Yeah, well, they couldn't do a lot because of the bankruptcy they were in for a while, but now they've emerged. And
Have they merged?
Yep, making money and everything's good.
Why is there still Clear Channel?
It's amazing.
Science.
Oh, Clear Channel billboards,
Is that just the
aren't they
billboard being
still
owned?
around?
Yeah, I saw them. I was just in Phoenix and
No, but I'm saying, aren't they owned by Clear Channel, not by iHeart?
No, Science Channel.
Are you sure?
Now, there might be outdoor division that has.
That's what I think
That's
it
what we're
is.
thinking, but I saw them. I saw them all over Phoenix. So just over there.
Yeah, Clear Channel Outdoor.
There is, okay. I saw them everywhere. It's a Clear Channel everywhere. I'm like, oh wow.
I think when they sold, the only thing they didn't sell
Broke off that division.
broke that off.
Because they're probably making money.
What works and what doesn't work, and we're going to
Although-
show you how you can be active and functional.
Clear Channel Outdoor Holdings is one of the world's
You know,
largest.
that's one of the things you talk about brilliant. They print out the plastic, in a warehouse.
Who's the CEO right
And they
now?
go
Is it
hang it
Pittman?
up. Where before, you remember they used to bring the paper in and have to go roll out the paper on the side, 40, 50 feet off the ground. Now they just got a big 1G plastic, pack it up there, you're done.
It is owned by iHeart.
Yeah.
What about the digital ones?
The digital are phenomenal. They're all over Florida now, and it is insane.
Well, I imagine they can get. Did you see that guy? Pieces at night also, and then change them on the.
I did not see it, did you?
Then you get paid.
There you go.
I mean, just.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Lawrence has a comment on that scam call. Go ahead, Lawrence.
Hey Tom, with the last caller, I've had that same thing happen to me. So where I've seen other people in line, not at Safeway, but at another Cherry's Liquor Mart here in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
And I've seen people go in front of me and not be scanned, and then I would get up there, and they would take my car and they would run it through, and I was wondering.
Wait a minute.
Like,
So some people, they did not scan.
Yes, I even had a friend go in there with me, and she acted like she didn't know me, and she went in there before me. They didn't scan her, and then I went up and they scanned me again. And she was like, I don't know why they do that. And I was like, I don't know either.
Do you look guilty?
Or looks younger? Yeah.
Do you look
I
younger?
A little younger, yeah, I do.
And did she look younger?
She did.
Well, I don't know what they use. Maybe we can just ask them.
I think Walmart says if you look under 40, be prepared to ID.
Some people just do not want to take the chance. I don't know, Lawrence. Maybe somebody else can tell us if they bought liquor at supermarkets. Were they allowed? Were they scanned? Was their driver's license scanned? And what's really weird is you can't drink without a driver's license? What if you don't have one? Mike, what's happening?
Hello?
Hi, Mike. What's happening?
Okay. Hey, thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
Just real quick, right in the beginning, I want to say I don't want to get too specific of where this is or whatnot because my mom's scared of the next-door neighbor.
Okay.
That he may do something. Anyway, make a long story short, parents have lived in this house for over 40 years, real well taken care of. There's a neighbor next door, alcoholic guy. He grows weed in his garage, and in between the smell of the weed and he has a fireplace in the garage.
God, I hate the smell of marijuana. I hate it. Ugh.
Absolutely. And when it's hot out, her whole house, if she leaves her windows open, her whole house smells like marijuana.
Well, let me ask you this: What about fire? What is that about?
He has a fireplace in the garage, and he comes home, and even if it's 65 degrees out, and he won't do it every single day, but even when it's warm out, he'll start a fire in there. He sits in his garage, drinks, smokes his dope, does whatever he does. But is he growing this?
Is he growing this legally, like with his medical thing?
I wouldn't know.
You don't even need it. You can grow dope without medical.
No, now you can. I know you. No, there's recreational marijuana, but I thought to grow it yourself. No, you don't need anything. Come on, General. Why do you know that? You look pretty wide-eyed.
I'm hip to the times.
No, what is it? Can you grow it?
I believe 6 plants in your house if you're a Colorado resident.
Per adult in the house.
Correct.
So.
Yeah, so, who knows? His wife's there. He's there. So I don't know how many plants he has in it. I mean, you don't see in the garage. And what he's done on the garage to keep his plants cool in the summer when it gets 90 degrees, he cut in the wall of the garage a AC window unit, and he put that in. So he runs that and to cool the thing down and uses it for an exhaust fan. So then it's blowing right over to my mom's house.
How far is your mom from this guy?
The garage. His garage to the back door of my mom's house is probably 25 feet. 20 feet, 25 feet.
That's the closest point? 25 feet?
That's the closest point.
Now, what about wall to wall? How far away are the houses?
Wall to wall, there's probably 18 feet.
Okay, so what can we do about it? All we can do is get on code enforcement if, in fact, he's violating anything. But if he's not violating the law, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, and see, and this is a bad thing because all the neighbors can't stand it. And even some of the other neighbors have called the fire department out there continuously because sometimes it smells like he's just burning trash. I mean, it's just nasty, plastic-smelling stuff. So the fire department comes out, and they look, and they ask, what are you burning? So he shows them a pile of 2x4s that he gets from wherever, and he says, well, that's what I'm burning. And they're like, well, okay, there's nothing we can do, But it just inundates the neighborhood full of this smoke.
Well, do the other neighbors feel the same?
Absolutely they do.
Well, why don't they get together and try to put pressure on zoning or code enforcement? Listen, man, I'm telling you that they do investigate complaints, but if the guy's not technically breaking any laws, you have a rough time.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm calling to see if there's.
I don't know. I'm curious to. We have to come up with some ideas. I don't know what you do. What do you do when you have a neighbor like that? Some people fight fire with fire. You know, they start. You know, you can have a time when people are just inconsiderate, and there's not much you can do. There are people that have these big, giant motion lights, you know, that shine into other people's windows. There are people that have noise, and you know, what do you do if they're not breaking the law? What do you do? If anyone has any suggestions, help us out here. The neighbor's growing weed. You know, have they checked to see Mike if he's growing it legally? What?
And my mom's, like you said, I have no qualms about confronting him and having a talk with him, but my mom's scared about retaliation.
Well, is he violent? What kind of guy is he?
He's an alcoholic guy that if he gets on a bender, he can be an ass.
Okay. Go to him when he's not on a bender and offer him some liquor. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say. You got to like be friendly. That's the first thing you have to do and see what he says. But would code enforcement go look if you suspected there were more plants than legal? Is there anyone that cares about that? I don't know. Is there a Department of Weed Enforcement? Is there?
It's got to be zoning,
yeah,
it?
That's what I would think.
Yeah, reloading does enforcement, and they do visit. Most of the counties, they'll come and visit.
Yeah, you might want to. Have you tried zoning yet?
No, just the fire department. I think the police department.
You need to call zoning. You need to call zoning and have a couple neighbors call and say, look, the smell is way too much. We think he's got way too many plants. They'll check it. But then also, go talk to him, man. I don't know what else to say. Pamela, what's happening? Hey, Pamela?
Yes.
What's going on?
Good morning.
Hey.
I am having a problem with the Homeowners Association.
What's the problem?
An assessment, special assessment of $11,000 for a roof. And I thought the homeowners...
Is this a townhome?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now, assessments come when you have insurance, the condo development or the townhome development, and they either have to cover upgrades, or they have to cover something not covered, or they have to cover deductibles. And that code, I mean, that is usually permissible under the bylaws that you agree to when you buy the place. So what is your resistance? And I'm assuming they're doing it legally. Let's assume that for just now, because I've not seen too many illegal assessments, but let's say they're doing it legal. What are you opposed to? How much is the assessment?
The assessment is $11,000.
Per unit?
Per unit.
Oh, my God. Why? What do they say it's for?
There are... 41 units, 82 homeowners.
But why do they say they need that much?
Because there were only certain units in this area damaged.
And they're only assessing the ones damaged?
Yes.
And
my resistance with it, Tom, is the fact that we just bought the house in October. The damage was assessed June.
Was the wait now? Was the assessment made in June?
No, they just made the assessment.
Then that's, well, there's nothing you really can do about that.
Do you have special assessment insurance?
Yes, I do.
Some policies cover when the assessment was made. Others cover when the actual action happened.
That's right.
So what is yours?
Okay, my insurance company will not cover it because we were not the owners of the home at the time.
It depends on your coverage. Who's your carrier?
State Farm.
Yeah, that's why. You have a bad carrier. I mean, there are carriers that would cover it when you're assessed. But here's another thing. You don't have any action against the seller. You know that, right?
No, I don't know that.
Of course you don't.
Why doesn't it disclosed at the time we bought the house?
Because it wasn't assessed at that time.
Yes, it was. They knew about it then.
No, you said it was just assessed. Now, what's the... Tell me, Pammy, you can't say both.
I meant the $11,000. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, then...
About the $11,000.
Well, okay.
The damage was assessed a year
Well,
ago.
that damage, doesn't have to be disclosed any more than any damage unless they said on it the roof was in great condition. Did they lie to you about the roof?
Yes. Then yes, they did.
Okay, show me
because the home inspector that we had look at the house.
But what would it matter?
Hold on, no,
not even buying any of the
What did the home inspector say?
He said there was no damage to the roof.
Well, guess what? He's your home inspector. So you're saying your own home inspector screwed you?
Wow. Yeah, I guess so.
Well, the seller didn't. Did the seller tell you the roof was in perfect condition?
I will have to check that.
Well, please. No. Here's what I want you to check, okay? And then we'll try to help you. Check to see that your contract has a disclosure statement somewhere in the real estate paperwork, okay?
Okay.
The disclosure statement may ask about the roof, and they can answer certain ways. And if they answered in a way that would mislead you, to know that they knew about it, if they knew about it and they said no damage or whatever, then you could have an issue. Look at the paperwork. And meanwhile, I would want to know who the inspector is and why he gave you a clean bill of health. I'd call him directly.
Is the inspector on the hook if he said it was good?
This is an age-old question. We'll talk about home inspectors' responsibilities.
You pay them. No home inspector takes responsibility. None.
Some are bonded.
None of them take responsibility for missed items. None of them.
What's the bottom?
Well, most of them have.
None of them do.
Their contract says they're only liable, most of them, up to the amount you paid them. So they might give you $500 or whatever you pay them.
But they're not going to buy a roof.
Never.
Okay.
We wouldn't have any home inspection.
Right, of course.
Or a home inspection would cost you $10,000.
I wonder if she even needs a new roof.
Well, she doesn't have a choice. Yeah, right. She's a sister. You can't just say no. Oh, do my inspection. Hold on, wait. She said only certain units were damaged.
How are they going to just do minor repairs?
Hold on, we have to talk about that. Multiple. Bring that up, Dan.
Long or short,
Okay, guys. Revitalized Health. These are three brothers who got together for a healthcare clinic. They provide BioT treatments, which is testosterone, estrogen, and thyroid. The delivery method for the estrogen and testosterone, wonderful delivery through a pellet system. They also do microneedling to stimulate collagen growth in your face for a natural filler, or they have other fillers. They have so many different procedures. And they're called the Hormone Bros by me. I love them. They're good guys. Go see them, 470 and 10 Carroll. They're very affordable. That's one thing that sticks out. You can have a thread lift, and go online and see what a thread lift is. This thread lift also stimulates your natural collagen, but has immediate results with the lifting, and then it stays there. TheHormoneBros.com. Just for a few $100s, they do those. Plus other injectables, and of course, hormones. And they have instant testing for some of your testosterone tests, and it's for men and women. 720-361-2302, thehormonebros.com.
Pets are more than just
I will bet you
pets.
their
They're
insurance
family.
is a percentage of the cost of the.
That's why Box for Dogs from Skechers will make a donation to the Petco Foundation for
So,
every pair of
because a
shoes
lot of them are
sold.
going to that versus a
Do you see this? The Tonight Show is failing big time. They just fired a bunch of people.
Oh, that's what they're going. That's what everybody's going to end up going to. So you might have a 2%, 1%.
They're not everybody's going.
Well, I talked to them over there. You know what they said?
BecomeTheBanker.info. Go to that website. Look at my video. I'm proud of it. I really am. It's a safe, conservative investment. Listen, no investment is good for absolutely everyone, but this is one everyone can start out with. Now, depending on how old you get, you may want to talk to the boys to find out if it's apropos for you. They're good, honest people. They have seminars. They also have private meetings. You can call 303-779-6600 or just go to my video, BecomeTheBanker.info.
You know, when Brian was here, he said in 5 years he didn't think anybody would be covered roofs in Colorado.
We do it right too.
Well, then, well, you know how hard that would be? Mortgage companies, what are they going to do? Make you put in whatever a roof would cost into some escrow somewhere? Or?
Lowe's and save. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Valid in store.
Well, guess what?
Supplies last.
Lunch? You want to bet lunch? Whoa. Huh? Come on, I'm bringing it up, boy. I said lunch. Okay, I'll tell you what. Loser has to get into the hot tub.
Hey, Mark, you know who I haven't heard advertising in a long time?
Oh, I heard him. Just the other day I heard him. Yeah. But not compared to what they used to do. They're probably waiting for hail, wouldn't you think? Not as, you're right though.
Transmission rebuilt, repaired, or replaced, take it to Budget A1 Transmission.
So Tom, I'm in a pickle. So I keep hearing you say over and over about State Farm, and I am State Farm. Fine, okay. I'm in the pickle that I'm in. It's not that I can't buy it. I have bridge. I don't get access, but I got my kids on my plan, and my kids have had problems.
I know you can't beat this.
Do you think I'd bail trip you with that issue?
You just get a free checkup.
Just get a checkup.
Yeah. Progressive.
They'll tell you straight up.
My kids got new. Miles had 3 accidents.
That's Lene.
In the first, oh my God. Dude, he was 16 years old. We had 3 accidents within like 5 months.
Oh my God.
And my insurance came up. The company Safeco we had literally dropped us. I had no alternative.
Probably like a bad habit.
And they found Progressive. And Progressive,
you going to a broker?
Yeah, Compass.
I need to call them.
Yeah, they change all the time. Here's what I didn't realize. Like 1 year Progressive might be super cheap for old people, so Tom might get a good deal. And then the next year for young drivers, they constantly move them.
Yeah, like Dan get a good deal. Like
Maturity-wise, Dan would get a good deal being so young.
Yeah.
I am like feeling. They couldn't beat me my first time because of my son. I had to keep
probably from moving.
I gotta.
Are you done?
I just got freaking.
Oh, what'd you end up doing with all the most of the furniture over there? Did you sell it with the joint? You took it? It's in the new house?
Here, I'll give you the.
Who do I call? Who do I call?
Yeah.
Did you buy any of the existing shit from the old owners?
9,000.
What? Like a hot tub?
They got like, you don't have to ask somebody to and you're
oh,
doc pages.
Just because it fits it perfect, right?
Yeah, I need to do something. Should I tell them the troubleshooter sent me over there?
Sure.
Of course.
Or Mark Major?
It doesn't matter, I don't think. He is a troublemaker.
Oh.
Yeah, he is a troublemaker. Troublemaker.com?
Troublemaker.com. I'll list you too.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. And we are solving problems. Pamela, Dan brought something up on your assessment. You mentioned that only a few units were assessed, right?
Yeah.
How many?
16.
Okay. How did they determine if those 16 were damaged?
It was the ones that had the hail damage from the storm.
Okay. And are those...
It only hit a section of them.
Are those... Is it the 11 of them or 14, whatever you said? Are they one building?
It would be one building, 2 homes.
What do you mean 2 homes? 2 single-family homes?
Yes.
There are
twin homes here.
So that's actually fairly cheap.
Excuse me. Let me ask that again. 2 homes? They're 2 single-family homes.
2 single-family homes under one roof.
Oh, duplex.
Like a duplex, yes.
Okay, and you're one of them and the next door neighbor, right?
Yes.
That's different. Now, hold on. What does your neighbor say? Did you talk to your neighbor? Because if your
fit like I am.
If your inspector says there's no damage, why? Maybe there isn't any. I would do this. Here's what I would do.
The association said that they sent drones into the area to look at the damage, and this is what they found. But they have not produced any pictures.
Here's what I would do. I would have someone inspect it.
I guarantee Jay would go out there.
Yep, and they would give you an honest opinion. And if you don't need a roof, you tell your HOA you don't need a roof.
Okay. But what if they're going to assess us anyway?
No, not if you... Listen, if they're assessing based on the entire project, that's one thing. But if they're assessing based on individual damage, and you guys don't have damage on your building, then there's a problem. And that, I mean, even though it's an HOA, I don't think it's reasonable that, why do they care about assessing you if you don't need a roof? So the first thing I would do...
I would assume they're not, though. I mean, why would they? That's a good question. It's not
because
like
maybe a roofer sold them a bill of goods and told them they needed it. So you need to get an independent inspection. Daphne will hook you up.
Are you saying there's unscrupulous roofers out there?
Yeah, can you believe that? So hang on, Pamela. That's how we're going to attack this thing. Leonard, welcome. What's happening, Leonard?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. What's going on?
I just got a question. Is it better to say I own a business? I'm going to start another business. So is it, I guess, politically correct to say DBA of or just DBA?
Why do you even have to say DBA?
I don't know.
No, you just put the trade name down. If that's the catchy name you want to keep, it doesn't matter that it's a DBA.
Okay.
Hold on, we can talk more if you're willing to hold a few minutes. I'm Tom Martino. We got a lot more coming up on the Troubleshooter Network.
Okay, I gotta go out to the parking lot. BT, I didn't take. What is the name of that guy, the independent guy? The roofer. Do you know?
The inspector that we used to have?
Yeah. I would have Jay go out there, because Jay's guys will look at it for free and be honest. Excel Roofing. The one we used to have, you know, he could probably charge $1,000 to $1,500. 303-455-7242. Sheridan Auto Tech. Where did we go use a drone? Didn't you go with me when I used mine?
to go look at some damage of the roof too. But I tell you what, pictures don't always. That's pretty tough to get unless it's major damage.
No, unless you're forgetting something. You're always forgetting. The metal vents coming out, you might see all the hail damage on it. Therefore, they know there was hail that was pretty good.
So wouldn't you have thought that inspector would, unless you didn't go up there?
Well, we don't even know if it was a roof guy inspecting it. It could have been just someone that worked there. They didn't say a roofer went up.
No, I'm saying her inspector and stuff, unless he didn't go up there.
Oh, I have no idea. Well, I don't know why you would go up there, because you're not buying the fucking roof. She doesn't own the roof.
That is correct, though.
Well, of course it's correct. I said it.
You still would want that inspected. I don't know, why not? The inspector's going to say, okay, onto the roof, here's $20 off. Come on.
I don't know. Okay, how about like at Landmark, where Tom used to live? Are you going to inspect that roof? You're on the 10th floor, the roof's on the 20th?
Well, there.
Okay, are you going to inspect the floor in the unit above you? Come on. Fake, Dan. It's like this. Here's a good analogy. It's like buying a car and having SOS come out, okay? SOS comes out and inspects the airplane parked down the street. Huh? Yeah.
It's a great analogy.
Wow.
That's like a pass?
Oh. See that?
This is what we put up with here.
Yes.
It's above, it's beyond reason.
Yeah. Hey, got a question for you guys, because we were going to have that.
We don't know if we have answers. We're on break.
What is that fake meat called? That Beyond Meat. Have you guys tried that? Beyond Meat.
I'm going to bring in sausage patties for real.
Nothing else you bring in.
Yeah, we got suckered in. We would have laughed and stuck.
I wouldn't eat it.
Did you eat something? Remember? How was it for you? Oh, I didn't eat any of that. I just cooked it.
Dude, I couldn't get out of my mouth fast.
This is different.
And the one dude chewed it down. He's like, oh, that was great. Yeah.
I'm going to buy sausage, and all you guys got to do is tell me it's apparently so good, you won't be able to tell the difference between Jimmy Dean's real sausage patties and the soy-based Beyond Meat.
Soy peas.
it's made of pea, so
You want
this
some
stuff came
breakfast
out.
sausage?
They say you can't
It's
tell
like
the difference.
Would you like some
And
breakfast
under a
sausage?
month.
Some what?
Triple
It's
what?
made out of prawn.
Value
The
stock.
value of the stuff?
Whatever that is.
Well, I heard they're making stuff like that. My son
Oh,
wanted to have a
cantaloupe, maybe.
burger
I'd
that
probably
doesn't
eat
have
that.
any meat, and he says the best thing
No.
to do is really fantastic, yes.
No, I had a,
You
got
got
a
no
whole
fucking
veggie burger.
vegetarian here. What the hell's wrong with
Yes,
you?
I don't know, that's what he said.
I knew what you meant.
He
I
thinks
just
it's
said
a story. He found out that Bill Gates.
I don't like
came
it.
up with
Yeah, Bill
So,
Gates. That's
technically,
No, I love sausage.
I'll bring you some.
I don't know if I'll like this. This I will try. They say you can't. Here's the problem with it right now. It costs double to triple what fucking meat costs. So who's going to buy this shit?
Does it cost that much?
At least double for a hamburger and steaks.
Wait, what is it, like baked meat? What is this?
No, yeah, it's
plant-based.
proteins like peas, soy, something else, and some of the main proteins in it.
Yeah, you can get it at the dollar
What
store.
spawn of Satan came up with this?
At the dollar store,
Because-
yeah.
See, he could start hunting. You can go hunting for peas in the future.
There you go.
Yeah, because you don't
Then
have
go berry picking.
It's a hell of a stock.
you don't have to kill an animal to get your meat.
Here's
you
the
do.
other.
There ain't no fucking meat in what you just
Why
said.
do you think it costs more?
Beyond meat.
Why do you think it costs so much more? This part's
That's
very
what I'm trying to figure out too.
Because it's trendy bullshit.
No, here's why. Here's why.
Right.
You have to have so much more farmland to grow the amount of the ingredients needed compared to actual animals.
Wait to hear this bullshit.
That's what they said.
That's what they said. That's gonna be true.
The CEO of Beyond Meat.
Well, you know what's going to end up happening is because then the deer and everything come out onto those plots. They're going to have to keep killing the deer to keep them from eating.
Animals are way cheaper because you're getting rid of every part of it, and you don't
They're
need
killing our
all
meat.
the acreage. That's what he came out. I'm not bullshitting. He came out. and said that. So what they're trying to do is
So they get rid of the
they're trying to
cattle?
figure out how to grow.
No,
I guess so.
So
I
they
don't
get rid of the
know. I'm not
cattle,
a
get rid
farmer.
of all the methane?
I don't think you could
You're
grow
right.
it, because how would sunlight hit below?
Buy only enough granite to get it done.
Wow.
You don't have to buy the slag.
No,
or
I'm sorry.
two or three.
You know, if
and
it don't have a
makes it
face, I ain't.
beautiful with artistic
Well, there's
edges
certain
and
animals that don't have
And they
face.
also do, of course,
Shrimp.
stones.
Shrimp don't have
They have a
face.
face.
Do they?
Yeah. You used to have a face one. You always had the-
Lobster?
You always had the butt.
Have you ever thrown a lobster in someone's hot tub?
No, I've
Look at what the burger looks like. It looks like a real burger.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
I've heard they put capsules that make it red.
You know what you could do? You could do this and then draw a smile and it would have a face. That's what we'll do for his one.
I can eat it.
Hey,
Shit,
hey,
hell, when
You won't know which one's
I don't
real.
give a flying
Now,
fuck, dude.
if he can't tell which one's real, that would be incredible.
Yeah.
Ah.
So what
First
we'll
of all,
here's what
Mark's
we'll do.
bringing in food.
Now I
Right
know.
there tells me
Now I know what we're going to do. We're going to order pizza that day, sausage and pepperoni pizza.
Wow.
And he's going to have sausage and pepperoni pizza.
Mhm.
And we're going to eventually go.
Damn,
How was that
How do you
pizza?
do with the pepperoni? Tell them the God's green earth.
Hey, pepperoni doesn't have a face.
It came from an animal with a face. I'll tell you that right now. You ever try to give a dog on fake fucking dog treats? I mean, they can smell freaking cocaine in a hooker's ass as a fucking DIA. You think they can't tell the difference between cocaine or freaking bacon and fake bacon?
Oh yeah,
Same thing
my
with
dogs
bacon.
actually, they'll eat it, but I don't like that bacon, shaken bacon, or no, what's it called?
All those fake
Bacon strips.
Yeah.
Bacon.
I bought a thing of those at Sam's Club, man, it was like 15 pounds, I still have
I
it.
bought the turkey. They had turkey one. My dog said,
Turkey jerky?
yeah. They're like, okay.
It's not very good.
She wasn't excited about it.
My dogs love like the pig's ears and the cow's ears. They're freaking well.
Pig ears are really good. Murdoch's got it.
I buy them online, because I buy them at or 100 count.
Oh, very good. And Murdoch's got the thin ones.
These are left.
Carl Jr. starts
One of those big ears, but then
As an alternative.
Well, but now,
How much is it though?
it's good teeth though, man.
That's curious.
This is the Troubleshooter Show.
Okay, you're on. Do a good job.
Now, Tom Martino, the Trouble.
Welcome to the show, the only show of its kind. We're here to solve problems, answer your questions, take complaints. Don't forget, 303 Martino. That number works on and off the air. Help at troubleshooter.com. Today's car day. In studio with me, looking mighty dapper, I must say, Jeff Vick. I noticed how, Al, you were going through the mic.
You thought I was making an attempt to.
You were, but I
was
said
leaning
dapper.
forward to position myself.
How are you guys doing? What's the auto business really right now? Is it a good time of year? We're kind of in between seasons.
Yeah.
Winter doesn't seem to go away.
No.
No, yeah, spring's supposed to be on a Tuesday this year, I hear.
So you doing any air conditioning stuff yet?
We actually starting to get it because people are actually feeling the effects when they do turn on. Because you have those temperatures in the afternoon, it does warm up. But it's starting to pick up. You find that a lot of people kind of the tax time this year, I think, hurt a lot of folks, and we heard that from people. You know, they were feeling, I think, Christmas time came around, they paid a lot of money. So it's been up and down, but it's still good. It's consistent.
Jeff, what's going on in the transmission world?
Yeah, it's starting to ramp back up. We had a little bit of lull there, like you say, after the tax season and whatnot. It was a little harder for people to scrape together. I mean, obviously, a transmission is a larger purchase. It's not like doing an alternator or something like that. Some people actually have to plan for them.
It's crazy.
It's a crazy deal. Yeah, Mark, real quick, I did want to give you on one.
Go.
I've noticed folks trying to make that decision. Is it time to get rid of this, fix it, or get new? And when they weigh the scales, you're seeing a lot more people go, it's worth it. How can I buy a car for $2,000? Say, for instance, I got to put $2,000 in a car. You can't buy a car for that. They got a good car. They invest the money. They've driven it for hundreds of thousands of miles. It's a good investment.
Yeah, there's a big difference in what the value of a vehicle and the replacement value of a vehicle.
You've got to get them checked out, too, guys. You guys both do pre-purchase, don't
All
you?
the time. It is the most important thing you could possibly do. We've talked about this on the show. There's salvage title vehicles. There's all this stuff you don't see. My biggest thing is when I talk to customers, I look at what is the deferred maintenance. Deferred maintenance is they were selling the car, they know they needed to service it, they didn't do it. So you need to know that. You got that coming up on you for the next year, and what else is wrong. That's what the pre-owned inspection does. It helps with that piece.
Tom, we get so many calls on people not getting pre-purchase. You can't imagine why they don't do it.
Now, let's talk to Joe Lazara, because listen, guys, this weekend, there will be many of you pop for drinking and driving. Joe, are you there?
I am, Tom.
Okay, Joe, listen, is this a big weekend for people getting arrested?
It is, because people relax. They don't think about the consequences. They drink and drive, and next thing you know, they're in jail.
Okay, so a lot of people say, yeah, Joe Lazara, he's a defense attorney. Isn't that good for business? Why would he be talking about prevention? And I've known for years we've done this on holiday weekends because you have enough business. I mean, I don't know how to put it, but you don't relish in people destroying their lives. Just tell people what one DUI can do to them.
A DUI can be not only a loss of license, as little as 9 months, to, you're carrying the interlock for up to 2 years at $80 to $90 a month, plus a DUI. The average cost of a DUI, they say, is $13,000. And you think about how would that impact your family. Probation's up to 2 years, alcohol classes, community service, fines, costs, monitoring.
And insurance.
And insurance, yes.
Okay, and that's all taking into account you didn't kill anybody and go to jail for the rest of your life.
Now, let's talk very quickly about the things that people can do. First of all, the breathalyzers, do they work, the handhelds?
They can be accurate. They give you an idea, but they're not exactly 100% right on.
Let's go along the legalities now. What about when people pull over in a parking lot, think they're doing the right thing, they fall asleep?
If the vehicle can be placed in motion, so if it's running, the key's in the ignition, you're in the front seat, you can be deemed driving.
If the keys are in the glove box?
So what you got to do is put the keys away, hop in the back seat, and at least you're minimizing the risk of getting charged.
And then, Joe, you said sometimes you've defended people who went to sleep, woke up in the morning or several hours later, and drove, but they were still drunk.
Exactly. See it all the time.
Now, is driving while impaired the same consequence as driving under the influence?
It's not as severe, but the penalties are very close.
Okay,
so have all the same requirements.
And is it a foregone conclusion if you lose the criminal case, you will lose the traffic case, or if you win the criminal case, you will win the traffic case because there are two different things going on?
Yeah, I mean, it is not a foregone conclusion. You want to do everything you can to win your DMV and protect your license, and also concentrate on the criminal case. They are separate. They're completely independent.
Do you handle both of them when somebody hires you?
We do, and that way we make sure that the entire case includes...
But it's not an extra charge?
No, it's included.
And you do flat rate pricing on everything you do?
Absolutely.
Okay, Mark?
Hey, Joe, what happens if someone's leaving a barbecue or whatever, and they've had a few beers, they get pulled over, maybe tail light out, for some reason they get pulled over, and the cop says, hey, have you had anything to drink? Should you say, yeah, I had a couple beers, or you don't answer, or what do you do? What's the best advice you can give?
The best answer is no, because once you admit to something, it's opening the door to further investigation.
Okay, it gives them probable cause.
It does.
Because if you're not exhibiting anything, then there's none of their business.
Right.
I mean, it's different if you're reckless. Yeah.
Right. It's no different than when you're speeding and they pull you over. Do you know why I pulled you over? Yes, I was speeding, or I ran that stop sign. You never admit to something.
Of course not. And listen, we're not saying, get in trouble then have Joe, but what we're saying, don't be stupid. And Uber and Lyft, of course, is ubiquitous. I mean, they're everywhere. Joe Lazzara, thank you. 303-429-6200. Joe Lazzara, 303-429-6200. I recommend him, really, I do, personally, to everyone, when they need him. Lazzara, 2 Z's and 1 R, LazzaraLegal.com. I want to talk now to Mark. Mark, I don't understand what's going on. What's happening?
Hey, Tom. So I bought a house back in June, and we went through the negotiation after the inspection of the house, and we went back and forth like twice. And then when we got to the close, I read the paperwork, and it said that the seller and the buyer's agent was going to reduce their commission by $750. There was going to be $300.
Why were they doing it? For the benefit of who?
The benefit of making it a sale. Because I told my realtor if he didn't bring back $1,500 in closing, that you can just count the deal done. I'm not going to sign the paperwork. We can just part ways.
So in the contract, it said each of them would reduce commissions.
Correct, and it's on the inspection resolution paperwork, Tom.
Then what?
And then after all those are numbered, and then at the bottom it says buyer and seller agreed to sign amendment extended, credit for $1,800 and closing cost. So I'm expecting $3,600 when I'm going to closing on June 2nd of last year.
Now, what was the $1,800 credit for?
The 18 that was for the amendment. Extended contract credit, because on that one it says seller agrees to pay up to 18 and buyer's closing costs in lieu of inspection items.
Oh, okay, got you. So you got an $1,800. Hold on, you got an $1,800 credit for inspection items.
Correct.
Okay, what else? Plus, what did it say about the other commission thing in there?
It said that each of them were going to reduce their commission by $750. Did
it say that money was going to you?
Correct. It says it goes to the buyer's closing cost, and then the $300 to fix the vinyl fencing, that makes $1,800. So I was thinking 18.
So how much the commission was? What, $1,700?
The commission all
no $1,500.
Oh.
They were reducing at $1,500, right?
Correct.
Okay, and that was for reduced commission, and then another $300.
Correct, to fix the vinyl fence.
Got it. So add it all up, I get your $3,600. Now what? Or wait,
when I went to close?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what in plain. I can send you the paperwork. But
go ahead.
When I got to the closing, there was no other $1,800. He said, I can see how it could be misunderstood.
Well, it could be on your listen. Those could be in your closing costs where something was reduced or credited. Was it shown on your settlement sheet?
On the settlement, it just shows $1,800. That's all.
It never shows the $1,500.
No, it shows the $1,500 being reduced on the seller's settlement.
Okay. And did it show up in the did it come out? Usually, what they like to do, they don't want to pay tax on that because they're giving it up to you. So usually, what it does is reduces the price of the house. Was the price of the house reduced by $1,500?
No, because.
You sure?
So
it's all going to be on the settlement sheet, though.
Yo, send us the settlement sheets. That's all we can tell you, bro. What you're claiming is you got the 18, you got the 300, you didn't get the 1,500.
And what do they say when you tell them that?
They say kick sand because I just went to the RE/MAX brokerage manager.
They didn't say kick sand. Did they say it was credited, or did they say they changed their mind?
They said that you received the $1,800 and that's all you're going to get.
Well, did you say my contract says differently?
I showed her those paperwork, and that's when she asked for the settlement. And then when she looked through the settlement, she said, "Well, you got the 1,800. That's all you were going to get."
Well, we need to see what they're referencing, okay? And we'll gladly look at it, so send it over. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255.
Home left behind. What's the list?
This report is sponsored by Napa Auto.
I don't know what those 1,800 for inspection.
This is Joe LaBarra. Until we see it, we don't know. Until we see it, we don't know. Until we see it. Pizza guy. Pizza. Pizza.
Who got pizza?
I don't know. Don't tell Jeff about the sausage.
You're awesome, Tommy.
Boulevard.
They brought going to your homeland. Italy.
Hey, so the Burger King $3.20 more.
Auto parts group.
The Burger King Beyond Meat.
Oh, it's averaging $3 higher.
Then we're gonna go to, all the Greek aisles.
They had, this morning on CNBC,
so I leave next Wednesday.
they had a lady out on the grill, seriously, and she was cooking, the sausage I told you about, and then that meat product. And the looks of the two, when they first put them on the grill, one's kind of white, so it's easy to see that. I mean, we all had sausage, it doesn't look that way. But once it started cooking and it was done, it looked good. It looked good. And when the couple people tasted it, yeah, I think you could tell that they could tell.
So I think when we do it, we should get both.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we would get both.
We also host a lot of fun and exciting events.
Or we get three. Like if there's another product besides Beyond Meat that's the fake shit. Like, is Beyond Meat better than the other shit out there now? And is it actually better than meat? No. And Dan put some secret sauce on that pizza.
Special wonton soup for you.
You guys ever watch that show? I think it's called Parenthood. No, it's not Parenthood. It's a half-hour show like on ABC. And they have 4 little shows inside the one show. You've probably never seen it. It's pretty good, man. I was watching it last night.
Don't miss out on these savings. Deep discounts on all sorts of home improvement items now until the end of May. Hurry in for the best selection.
So Beyond Meat's made from pea proteins.
Pea? It's made from pea?
That's a special sauce.
Canola oil.
Not like that, so just not shit.
So the base of it's peas. Cauliflower is the base of a lot of fake bread. You know, like pizza crust, cauliflower.
I've
find
never tried it.
disgusting.
My brother tried to cauliflower crust and it tastes like hell.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. I think it's worse than no crust. I'd rather just eat the toppings.
I started 5 of them. I didn't listen to my
No, I don't mind it too much like in place of potatoes sometimes.
Customers, which is why my
Fake potatoes?
What'd you say?
Like in place of potatoes?
Cauliflower bread?
I wouldn't do it for bread, no.
Records. Go to patriotsoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of accounting.
It's like, I bet it's just like soda. There is no way you could ever trick me between any diet soda and a real soda. I would know it. I can just always taste the aspartame or whatever they use.
It's the aftertaste.
The aftertaste is horrible.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think
If I drink 3 sodas a year, that's like...
Oh, I don't drink shit for sodas, but I'm saying I know that taste of that fake sugar. You like fake sugar?
I don't drink soda at all, but I hate that taste.
I hate that taste.
Where you can take your time and look at the largest.
Trying to get my boy off that stupid sweet tea. It's disgusting. It's not even sweet. Well, to me it's sweet tea because there's sugar in it.
I've learned to drink just plain tea. Delicious.
I love regular tea. Regular iced tea.
Tea with a little bit of lemon, good enough.
Yep. That and water's about what I drink, and beer. I like beer.
They said the biggest health advantage of Beyond Meat stuff is the carcinogenics from grilling regular meat versus this.
Well, as if you don't grill it.
I eat most of my meat raw once.
Seriously, they don't even talk about that, do they?
Yeah.
And see, here's where you're wrong.
Why is it carcinogenic?
Here's where you're wrong.
Charred meat?
Yeah, when you char, but that's why it tastes so good on the grill, man. Like the chicken skin gets a little black.
Love the char.
Char broil, baby.
Well, it's been a while since they said that, dude. So. But I think you got to eat quite a bit of that.
That's where Dr. Broadway and the Neograft
The real problem is the poor animals out there. Now, you won't, we'll have an abundance of cows.
You're not actually murdering.
Yeah, Jeff. Wow.
Not murder if you slaughter it.
Actually, technically, you can't murder an animal.
But you are murdering a plant. What about them poor peas?
If you really
You
care
know
about
what?
animals,
He's right. No one's taking the peas.
if you really cared about animals, you'd stop eating their food.
You stop eating what?
Eating their food.
There you go.
Hey.
They want those peas.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome. We have a comment on the HOA call about the assessment. Let's take that. Go ahead, Stan.
Yeah, Tom, on this, there's several parts. One, even if she goes out, you're going to get a roofer to inspect this and that. She should know, of course, that she's going to have to end up in court.
Why is that?
Pursue. Well, let's say the guy comes out and says you do or do not need a roof, and the HOA is adamant about charging her or assessing her for the roof. That probably is not going to be settled out of court.
I think the HOA, in this case, maybe I'm wrong, has no reason to want to spend more money than they have to.
Well, we don't, obviously we don't know all the facts, but I give you an example. The insurance policy of the community is going to be a driving document. I can tell you in my community, when we had that hailstorm, there were 400 homes. And a lot of people said, we weren't affected by that. Or they went in and replaced the roof for 100% of the homes. And it probably didn't need it, and we all ended up with an assessment. And that ended that. The other thing is, on community damage, if you take an example, let's make it, maybe it's a bad example, but let's say you had water damage in the community, and the community owns the sidewalks, for example, and yours and mine are damaged and the next 5 are not.
Right.
Well, the community is going to repair the sidewalk.
I understand that, but that's not what... Yeah. She said very specifically, that they're only assessing the buildings with damage and the others are not being assessed.
16 units.
That's the reason we said to her, if it doesn't have damage, then why would they? It wasn't a community assessment, according to her. Now, we don't know if she's telling us the truth. But if it is not a community assessment, if it is an individual assessment, that's different. But it depends on their documents, like you said. But let's say the documents call for assessments on the buildings with damage only. Let's say that.
Mm-hmm.
If there's no damage, I don't see why the HOA... I mean, HOAs can be a-holes, but I see no reason why, if we show them an expert report, why they would insist on having a new roof put on it.
I agree with Stan, though. If they were assessing the entire complex,
that's
then
different.
Hell yeah.
That's different. If they're assessing the whole complex, then it doesn't matter if the individuals have damage or not. I absolutely agree. Leela? Is it Leela?
Layla, yeah.
Layla, what's happening?
I wanted to know if there are any options for me as a renter to legally get out of my lease due to unsafe living conditions. That I've reached out to my landlord before, and I now have bullet holes running through my children's room.
If it's unsafe due to no fault of theirs, it could be a crapshoot. If it's just totally unsafe, I don't understand. Now, there are bullet holes where?
In my unit, due to an incident the neighbors next door to me were involved in, which I've reached out due to further harassment.
So, hold on a second. Bullets came through your wall?
Yes.
Into your apartment?
Yes.
And where did they end up?
My children's room,
okay.
bathroom, and
We need video.
Well, someone should have gotten arrested, though.
Right, but nobody did.
What do you mean no one got arrested?
I have placed a restraining order against the neighbors. Nobody has gotten arrested.
They were shooting at each other?
They were shooting, somebody shot at them, and they were shooting back.
I would say, yeah, if management didn't kick him out, I would say, yeah, you could probably do a constructive eviction and get the hell out of there. But I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm saying that's what I would do. Now, let me ask you something, Layla.
Yes.
Did you approach the landlord about peacefully just getting out?
Yes.
What did they say?
That she's not willing to let us out of our lease unless we pay a break leasing fee, find renters to continue
Okay,
what
listen.
we had agreed to.
Where are you located? What area of town?
I'm in Colorado Springs, actually.
Damn it. And
I was
your
referred to you
neighbors?
by a friend.
Huh?
Yes. I was referred to you by a friend.
And neighbors
Right,
literally
directly
shot
next to me.
holes through your wall.
Yes.
Were you home?
Thankfully, it was not home.
So you came home and you found bullet holes.
I came 5 minutes after the incident.
And who got arrested?
Nobody.
No one. Did police even show up?
Yes.
They did. Then why wasn't anyone arrested?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Can you get a hold of the police report?
I have the police report.
Can you send it to us?
I would love to do that.
Do you have video of the holes?
Pictures.
Yes. Please send all of that to us. We need to mark this one as a big follow-up.
And where do I send that to?
Hold on. Daphne will talk to you. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Speaking of follow-ups, I marked a few on here. What about the cashier's check the guy deposited, $129,000? Did anybody get back to him? Dave? The cashier's check. He had a foreign transaction. He was given up.
We're waiting to get a Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo wouldn't do anything, and no one else would.
No, we're waiting to get an Angel.
Okay. Suzanne was working on that? Yeah. Okay. Let's put that down.
I must have missed that one.
This guy deposited a cashier's check for $129,000.
For what, though?
A real estate transaction.
Got it.
One bank sends it to another bank for something, and it's lost. Both banks are blaming each other, and they tell the guy tough.
Sounds weird.
Well, that's what he says. Now, we got to figure this one out.
Was it ever cashed?
We don't know that either. But I just starred it, and I'm starring this one. Because bullet holes, come on. This young woman is in a bullet-riddled...
That's a crazy deal. You wonder if the people in that room next door said, oh, we didn't shoot. It was somebody shooting at us. That's why they're not arrested. Who knows what story they made.
But still, she should be able to get out of that apartment
my goodness, that's
without
dangerous.
breaking. I'd love to talk to that landlord.
Another argument for concealed carry.
Yeah, but if the landlord, I'm playing the devil's advocate, if the landlord had nothing to do with that...
It's still, I mean, Mark.
I don't know.
The neighbors are still there. I'd say, I don't want to live here anymore. People tried to kill him.
Did she say she got the restraining order or was going to get it? I missed that piece. Wasn't there something that said about
I thought she was going to say it was, like, accidentally discharged.
No, she said they were shooting at each other. We're going to see the police report. Sammy, what's happening?
Hi.
Hi, what's going on, Sammy?
I'm calling because I am trying to get some help with getting my vehicle repaired.
What happened?
I bought a brand new car.
Yeah, it was brand...
I took my windshield. It was a brand new car. I bought it the end of the... my windshield got...
Sammy, when did you buy it?
Last month.
When did you...
Sammy,
when did you buy it, dear? When did you buy it?
I bought the car at the end of November.
Okay, on November 2018. Okay, and what happened to it?
My windshield got cracked when I was on vacation last month.
Okay.
So I took it into a company that's called SLP Auto Glass in Lakewood to have my windshield repaired.
Okay.
I took my car in. It seemed like they had repaired everything fine, but I started getting leaks through my windshield. And so I took it back to them because they had a warranty.
Okay.
And when I took it back to them, they started to do the repairs. They damaged the inside of my car. They didn't replace the windshield correctly the second time that I took it back in. I have water damage, but if that wasn't bad enough, they got the polyurethane, the glue that they use to put the windshield in, all over the headliner of my car. And when I asked him to clean it up, he took my car back again, went to clean the stuff up. I got my car back an hour later. I had holes in my headliner because he had scrubbed so hard.
Well, okay.
If that wasn't bad enough, he then proceeded to, instead of telling me anything, he then proceeded to cut a piece of my headliner out of the back of my vehicle.
Is that so he can find another one?
No, he used it as a patch to cover up his holes in the front.
Come on. Really? Where did he cut the piece out?
The very back of my car, there's a plastic covering. I don't know what
Well,
exactly
in
is
other words,
that
did he?
covering.
Was it underneath the molding he did it?
No,
And do you have photographs of this mess?
I do, and I actually sent them over to you guys a few days ago when I called, or when I wrote you guys.
Do we have it? Okay, we'll send them. Now, next question. How much damage?
Right now, I actually just got a call back from the auto body shop. We're at $3,700 and something dollars.
And what does the shop say? What does the shop say? Not the body not the body shop, the one that did the damage.
I went back and confronted him. He told me to take him to court.
Good. Hold on. You'll win, you know.
I know I will. The issue is I went and I filed for small claims.
What's that?
And I went and I did file for small claims court. My court date isn't until the end of July, and my vehicle is not drivable.
Wait.
Because of
Why?
the weather we've had.
Come on. Why wouldn't it be drivable?
She's saying it's
Because
still
the
leaking.
Yeah, it's still leaking, and they can't find where the water's coming in from.
The body shop can't?
No. They're waiting. They ordered the pieces to replace everything. They actually called me this morning and told me that the windshield...
Get a rental car and end up suing them for the rental car, too.
I do have a rental car.
Listen, man, I'm telling you, I don't see how you can lose. I'd like to call these clowns. What's the name of the windshield place?
SLP Auto Glass.
Oh, you said that. I'm sorry, you said that. SLP in Lakewood, you said that. These guys actually said they're not going to pay for the damage.
No, the very first time when he brought the car out...
You know what it stands for?
What?
I'm staring at it. Super low price auto glass.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what it is. And the day that I got my car back, when I was in the shop waiting, he only offered me $100. And I knew that wasn't right, so I took it in to get an estimate. I told him I would...
Well, we're marking this one as a Sleaze Brigade follow-up.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I can't use my car. I have a rental right now until they're able to fix it. I had to call an attorney, and I called an attorney, and I asked them what my options were, and they told me to go ahead and put an insurance claim through.
Well,
so now I have to pay my
deductible. Hold on. Will your insurance pay this?
I'm not sure. They're telling me that they have to. They're not sure right now. They're charging me for my deductible.
Well, hold on. They're not going to charge you a deductible unless they're going to cover it.
Yeah, they're going to replace everything.
Well, good. Hold on. That's good news. Listen, Sammy, that's good news. So you sue these guys for the deductible and let your insurance company worry about the rest.
They're telling me that they're not sure if the company has insurance. So they're not guaranteeing me that they can get me...
Sammy,
any
listen
kind of
carefully.
reimbursement.
Sammy, listen to me. Is your auto insurance going to cover it?
Yes.
Great news. Now, how much is your deductible?
My deductible is $500, and then my car rental is another $500.
Okay. Then you need to sue them for $1,000.
Okay.
Or however much it's going to cost you. You don't sue them for the whole amount. Let your insurance company go after them, okay? But I can't believe that this guy would say at SLP Auto Glass in Lakewood that they are not going to pay for damages that amount to $3,400. And if that's the truth, I will dedicate myself to putting him out of business. However, I don't possibly believe they could say that. I want to say there must be another story. So hold on and let's try to get him on the air.
Oh, he's not. Is she going to have to ask her insurance company to keep the $1,000 if she prevails?
Tom, 1 minute. K&H long. K&H long.
Well, they wouldn't pay for the
You know, she better, he just brought something up I thought about. If her insurance goes after them, and she already had a settlement with them, that could be an issue.
Only if her policy says she can't do it. And you know what? To my surprise, Compass said consumers go after their deductible all the time, and insurance companies go after
because they're not settling with her insurance company.
You too. With your traffic and weather, I'm Bill
She
Jones.
can't find her company.
K-How.
I sent you guys the pictures, but they're so big you can't even tell what's going on.
To help pay for what's important to them. Today, that credit union is Westera,
Okay, guys.
where everyone in the Denver area can join. And being
Long
there for you
ride.
is what matters.
All right, you have just a few days left to get and take advantage of this K&H Home Solutions sale. Now, you don't have to have the work done, obviously. You don't even have to have the appointment, but you have to call before the end of the month. And you'll get 25% off all of your project. That means siding, windows, and doors. K&H Home Solutions, siding, windows, and doors, 25% off. Then, on top of that, whatever windows you order will be upgraded to triple pane glass. So you order the double pane, right? And then the siding, and then the doors. That's what I want you to order. Then you'll get 25% off. Then they bump you to the upgrade, triple pane. So you are saving not just the 25%, you're also saving on the upgrade, and you're saving on energy bills because you'll save a ton of energy with the triple pane. 303-421-7100. Or make your own appointment, no obligation, khwindows.com. Do it before the end of the month, khwindows.com.
Quiz. If you sell a home for $500,000, how much would a traditional real estate agent charge?
What
you?
is that? I think that's where they cut the patch out.
$25,000? You're right.
Or is that where they try to
that's the
patch
only
it?
way. You're wrong.
That's
This is
the
why
water.
thousands of homeowners are making
It's gonna need a headline.
You get a dedicated agent.
Private survival.
It actually looks pretty bad.
Look at the lake.
Well,
It goes up for
if you hit a moose, you're more likely to actually.
This is where they cut the patch out.
Because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so tall, it takes the legs out.
But wait.
Rex Home. That's 833 Rex.
Well, that's what I
Sure
said.
did.
That's what I'm holding.
Well,
We'll hear
from
them in a second.
Look how small those
Rex
shovels
offers the
are.
lowest fee in the industry without skimping on service. You'll work with a licensed local.
How did you get out of that car?
How did you get out of that car?
Get the most out of
Did you guys see
by calling
someone just put on Craigslist
Rex Home.
a Yugo
Rex Home
from I think it was 85, with original 400 miles that's been parked and garage kept up until now, and it comes with a spare one for parts. No shit.
A Yugo?
$9,000 they want. Yeah, it's on Fox News. It's fucking crazy. It's like a brand new Yugo, like he got in a time machine and went back and got it.
Do you want one of those?
It was $3,900 brand new back then. They want $9,000 for it now. I bet someone gets it.
They probably got deported and.
But it's funny because they literally have another one from a junkyard for spare parts
They're the
that
biggest
comes
piece
with
of
it.
shit that ever walked the face of the earth.
I forgot they were $3,900 brand new though.
All workers' comp insurance is
I mean, that is cheap.
Well, the Geo Metro was their answer. Was Chevy. Look at the Geo Metro.
Workers' comp insurance was as easy as pie.
What is your call-in number? I would like to talk about an 11K assessment. We already did that.
Pieinsurance.com. That's pieinsurance.com.
Hey guys, the main culprit of ED are changes that occur in the muscle and vascular system of the erectile tissues. If blood vessels are damaged or impaired, blood can't fill the tissues, causing ED.
So, big deal too. Windshields might be a good consumer kind of info deal. Many of the windshields now, for all the adaptive cruise control system, lane departure system, the putting the radars up in the window, the place is changing. Them has to know how to do those correctly. All that has to be recalibrated. Most people have no idea about this, and they go work on this stuff. And all of it has to be retargeted and repositioned. We're about to make a big investment into the targeting system. We've gotten by with some small stuff, but this is a big deal on a lot of cars. The mirrors on the side, you know how they detect cars? That's all part of these systems. All that has to be calibrated. If you want to change any of those components, like the side mirrors and stuff,
That's 303.
Why would the headliner cost $2,500?
it's a pain in the butt.
I bet it is.
So you think that's normal price? I don't know.
With labor. And yes, you gotta drop all your filler supports.
So if someone slit your headliner, that's huge mucks.
Yeah, because they're gonna probably order all the ribs with it and everything.
In fact, the headliner is probably the single hardest thing in the car to replace, as far as interior. The actual dash is part of Remax Alliance. No one better. 303-920-6.
I never thought of that. I don't think I ever had a damaged
I
headliner.
put a headliner in the airplane once. Oh my God, it almost changed my religion. And I don't know if they have it in a car, but you had to put it up and snag it, right? And then stretch over it, snag, and then trim one over it.
Yeah, stupid.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. This hour brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. All I can say is he's the best of the best of the best of the best. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. 303-920-1622. I don't think there is anyone humanly possible in any business who can keep track of as many deals as he can. Honestly, Mark, am I lying or am I dying?
Oh, man, that guy closes more homes than any realtor I know, over like 120-something just last year, and he single-handedly negotiates every one.
God. Okay, let's go to the phones. Now, listen, I mentioned this before, and I am so appreciative that Frank from SLP Auto Glass, one of the owners, is going to come on. That tells me something. Sammy says I took it there for a windshield, and they absolutely ruined my headliner, as well as some other stuff. Got some glue on it, plus some tears, and you know, it's plus it's still leaking. $3,400 worth of damage. She said they offered her $100, and then said, "Well, then sue me." Let's find out the other side of the story, because, like I said, I find that hard to believe. So let's talk. What's going on, Frank? Thank you for coming on.
Not a problem, Tom. How you doing?
Good, man. Tell me about this. Really, I mean, did you just go ahead? You heard what she said. Just go ahead.
Yeah, you know, I don't blame this customer at all. If this was my vehicle, I would be pretty angry as well. Unfortunately, Tom, I had the day off. You know, on that particular day that she came in, I was there on the day that we actually did the windshield install. And there were some scuff marks. The vehicle was dirty. You know, we do a lot of glass here at this shop.
Okay.
But that's not no excuse for
Well,
us.
can you look at her car and at least get one, even if you have another body shop, or get her insurance is going to cover this and come after you guys. You guarantee they're going to do that. I mean, go ahead.
So you wanted me to tell you my side of the story.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's what I'm just trying to do. But so anyways, apparently she came in with a recorded phone, with her phone on a video recording, and I had other customers sitting in the shop, and she was just going off in the office. So just very politely, we just told her not to scream, not to yell. We have insurance. We're bonded. If you go and look at our reviews, we have nothing but 5-star reviews. There are over 150 reviews.
Okay.
So I would not try to jeopardize that over one incident.
Okay.
And especially a customer's car. When I'm at fault, or when our company is at fault, we stand behind our work, because all of our guys are certified. We have a lifetime warranty on our work. So I have no problem taking care of any of the damage, whatever it may cost. I'm not worried about, you know, this or that. But I think maybe she got the wrong idea, and unfortunately, like I said, I wasn't there. If I was there, I might have handled it a different way.
So what do we do now?
Yeah, I mean, she just needs to come in, and we can discuss it, and we can go from there. There's actually no problem, you know.
I think what he's saying is, when she did come in, she was yelling and screaming in front of other customers, and he told her to get out, and that's basically, they need to sit down and get it figured out. Is that right, man?
Exactly.
All right. So, Frank, hold on. And I you know, Sammy, I understand you're upset, and I listen, I would be too, and he even said he would be upset. But, Sammy, have you ever talked to Frank personally?
Not Frank. We tried talking to John, and like he said, I have a recording of John telling me to take him to court. I didn't go in there yelling and screaming, and they accused me of disrespecting their employees. I didn't talk to a single one of their employees.
Well, you say you have it on. You said you have it on video, right?
I do. I walked up to the
when
desk.
Did you send us? Can you send us the video? I'd like, because obviously, if you walked in video rolling, I'd like to hear what you said.
Yep, I asked him for the owner. He told me he was the owner. I told him he knew who I was because I was in there the night before.
But can you send us that video so we can see it?
I can.
Okay, and here's the deal. Look, he says he's willing to talk to you. You got to at least do that. Even if you want your insurance company to fix it, he can help you with the deductible and also the rental car maybe. And then if your insurance company decides to go after them, they may not. Who knows? I mean, you could do it that way, or they could take care of the whole thing. I don't know, but you should at least talk to him.
Tom,
Hold on. Go ahead, Frank.
Tom, I don't mean to interrupt, and I do apologize, ma'am, for interrupting. But what I was going to say is we're insured as well, so I can just make a claim through our insurance, and that's what it's there for. I mean, that's what we pay money for. I haven't yet to make a claim in 15 years on my insurance. I can do that. That's not an issue. I think we got lost in just communication. Maybe it was my fault for not following up with you, because what I got from my employees here, and you know, I just assumed that you were taking us to court, and that's what I had to deal with. So I felt like I didn't need to reach out to you if somebody was taking me to court.
I find this guy legit.
Okay, listen, Sammy, Daff, talk to Sammy. I really think she needs to get over there and see if their insurance can handle this and get back to us on it.
What do you think?
I agree. I mean, I agree. Now, Century RV is selling RVs, especially Cougars, and they have new and used. They have 2 locations in Lakewood, just north of 6th Avenue, between Kipling and Sims, and up north on I-25 and the 119 highway turnoff, 119 to Longmont. CenturyRV.com, the best prices in the country. Well, you know, what I mean is on what they sell. 303-453-1111.
This report is sponsored by Envirotech.
Well, it looks like we might have had a quickie accident southbound I-25 at 84th Avenue. Looks like it's already out of the way, but we do have some backups too. About 100.
I-25 running a little bit heavy. I'm sorry, I wouldn't have called back down to start just off of the phone number.
What is the phone number?
936-6666.
Oh, jeez, it is. It is just 936-6666.
Oh, man. That alone, I just went in.
Yeah, that's 5 6s. That's fine.
That's good.
Yeah, that's not the sign of the beast. That's the sign of breakfast.
Okay, because you got 9 and 3. Okay, so this is divisible. No.
Everything is divisible by 3.
Need an emissions test?
I'm not going to have it. Can't do it.
Some big numbers are going to on Mondays, especially the last Monday of the month.
There are some things you just don't count.
Instead, info at airsetcolorado.com.
I'll get it in the look underneath.
Thanks for doing your share.
They're moving up in the world. I hope that addiction does not affect you or your family, but if it does, and it affects many, you can get any information you need from the Raleigh House. The Raleigh House was started here in Denver on Raleigh Street, hence the name Raleigh House, theRaleighHouse.com. Now, this commercial is not so much to tell you go there, go there, go there, although they have a wonderful treatment facility. In fact, they have several locations. But they also have this community helpline. And if you call with any questions about addiction, they can tell you some answers. They can give you some answers like pricing and insurance and diagnosis and how to approach an addict and what telltale signs and what kind of facilities are available, theirs and others. What are the treatments available? What about nutrition? What about triggers? Is there anything you can do to help? All of that. They'll even talk to the addict, 720-730-9722. Very important to take this number down, please, because nothing changes on its own. 720-730-9722.
They're proving, like the fact that crude oil contains impurities, or that base oil made from natural gas is 99.5% free of impurities, and the fact that Pennzoil is the first synthetic motor oil made from natural gas, not crude oil. It gives you unbeatable engine protection. The proof is in the Pennzoil. Based on Sequence 4A wear test using SA85W30. Get a $100 travel reward credit with a full synthetic.
Depends on how they handle
it. October 31st, 2019. Terms apply. Visit Pennzoil.com/travel-on.
Hi, my name's Christina Stumble, and I own Farm Girl Flowers in San Francisco. With my Spark Cash Card from Capital One, I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchases. Last year, I redeemed $115,000 in cash back. Yeah, $115,000. And that doubled our digital marketing budget for the summer. Thanks to my Spark Card, we had our best summer yet. Imagine what the Spark Card from Capital One could do for your business. What's in your wallet?
Real Capital One customers pay for real storage. Credit approval required.
Time to transform your home with Champion. Turn your house into a dream home with a new Champion sunroom, siding, or Comfort 365 replacement window. Right now, buy one, get one window 50% off. Sunrooms and siding 25% off, plus 60 months low interest financing. The windows are custom made, externally
did you say you leave when?
So
Leaving next week?
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, and I wholeheartedly endorse the Champion Window Company on my
just the two of you. You know what?
And right now, buy one
We're meeting a bunch of friends, so we know.
Oh, you're going with
Yeah,
friends?
what's their auto shops.
But I thought that was like their local shops or national.
All over the U.S.
How do you know that?
So I've known friends through Automotive Association, the group that I had, so that people
Is this a
actually.
specific association?
This one is a parts vendor called WorldPack. They sell
Are they?
all
Are
the
they? Is it like a gift for all business?
Yeah, so they put this deal together. It's not necessarily a gift. You basically, if you buy at certain buying levels, they will get sponsors and it reduces the cost of the trade. So you can be the different levels and you basically, they just bill you for
Is
it.
it cheaper than you could ever do on your own?
Yeah, it was $7,200 round trip airfare, cruise, and transportation. So that's
For
what,
both
for the both
each?
both.
Retirement
Oh,
community. And
both.
folks who live there love
Yeah,
that they can be
that's
themselves, whether
round
they're
trip air, because the air is
more
freaking
laid back
expensive
or
over
a
there.
boat.
We gotta
You
fly
can
from
schedule a
here to
complimentary
Jersey to
tour
Rome.
of the Carolina.
And so then we fly back from Venice, Marco
They also
Polo
host a lot of fun and exciting
Airport.
events, which you're
So
welcome
we're gonna go
to
for
join us
Roma's
in
where
Marcos is
Romeo and
coming up
Juliet,
on
Shakespeare
Friday,
based that off
June
of there.
28th, and you can have lunch
Milan
with me
is the
and experience
fashion
the
and
beauty and wonders of
global market,
gourmet
and
chef
Como
Francis
is where
Ford. Now, if you
George
want to
Clooney, that house right there along Lake Como, and that's where the influence of the Roman Empire is huge over there. So that's what's so cool, is just to go see this culture. We got to go multi-years ago, went to Rome on a cruise. It was one day in Rome, one day in what's the name of the town? Naples, and then we went to Florence. So in one day, it's like, you can't see nothing. These places have so much history and stuff. So now you have multiple days in the places we want to be. So it's going to be just great. Like I said, the whole ship is booked out. For the automotive shop.
And with one click, ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology sends them to over
Have you been in
100 top job boards and finds
Really?
the
It's
right
worth
candidate.
going.
Beautiful.
You would love going there, man. Okay, get. Come on, you gotta get away. You gotta help. You gotta help.
To post a job in ZipRecruiter, get a quality candidate to your site within the
I really, no, seriously, I work too hard.
And now you can
I mean, I never take a lot of time.
No, you don't. Days. You take days off.
That's about it.
But I do want to.
ZipRecruiter.com/work.
You deserve it.
That's ZipRecruiter.com/work.
Oh, you don't.
But I want to,
ZipRecruiter.com/work.
Yeah.
Keep it on K-House.
It's a beautiful. Italy is an amazing.
Did you make it down to Cicero? Did you make it down to Cicero?
Stock Station.
No.
630
No.
K-How.
Fantastic.
I want it. There's so much I want to see.
Stop off in Palermo and straight down to Sambuca.
You're back.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I am your troubleshooter, and I love telling you about good people, okay? Now listen to this guy. Renew Home Innovations. Renew Home Innovations. They're an authorized Kohler partner. Now that's serious because they have some quality Kohler products. They are high-end but great value and great pricing. They're known affectionately as the Kohler Guys. They feature the products of Kohler and give you excellent service. For example, they specialize in shower makeovers. Yeah, the most beautiful showers you ever want to see. And it's called the Choreograph Shower System. So the way you move in a shower, they design it around the way you move. And the walls are beautiful and durable composites. It's a blend of quartz and marble. And it needs no maintenance. You can't even see grout lines. Well, there are no grout lines. And you can't even see the caulk because of the trim. It's called Sarica. Now, they do baths and showers, and they can do walk-in tubs. And what you need to do is call them for a beautiful, free estimate. They have elegant solutions for your bathroom, the best of the best. 303-904-2000, or they wouldn't be on the referral list. 303-904-2000. RenewHomeInnovations.com. Now, we have lines open. Carrie Ann, we're going to take, and then I want everyone to call with any problem with cars or anything else. 303-713-TALK, and I'm going to give you my guarantee. Get to your call in 5 minutes or I buy you lunch. Okay. Carrie, not you, because you've been on since 11:06. If you really want lunch, you can come in. I'll get you lunch. What's going on with your house?
So I bought a house, and it had a motorhome parked outside.
I knew that if they didn't have a title or anything, but now I just need to get rid of the thing. I'm wondering what my
When did you buy the house?
It was about April 17th, I think.
Congratulations. Was this your first, second, third? Is this just another house?
It's an investment property. We're going to flip it.
Okay. So, this motorhome, it's in the neighbor's driveway or on the street?
It's on my property. It's
Wait.
like next to the fence.
Why is it on your property?
It was part of the house. The house was previously
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I thought you had a crazy neighbor.
No. No, I have the motorhome on my house that I don't know what to do with.
Do you want someone to come and haul it away?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to, I just want to get rid of it.
I understand. You don't want any money for it. Does it have a title?
No.
Okay.
No title.
Who owned it?
I'm not sure. Like I said, it was previously foreclosed, and then I bought it from a person who bought it after that.
You bought it, meaning the house. Okay, now here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
You got to do a little homework, and we'll help you. You got to get the VIN number and do a VIN search through the state.
Okay.
Even a Carfax, but do a VIN search, and that'll tell you who owned it or who owns it, and if it's a lost title, that's fine. I mean, but we have to know that status. Okay. Or you will have to pay to have it towed because no one will take it because of liability. But that's the very first thing. If we don't have success there and you call it abandoned, do you know how long it's been there?
The house has been vacant at least a year and a half, I'd say.
Okay,
and it's been
here's the
whole
deal.
time.
Once you do the VIN search, you get the last registered owner.
Okay.
And you send notices to move the vehicle or pay come and get it and pay storage. You really have to do this a certain way, and then is it worth fixing? Does it look like it's worth anything?
No, it's really old, and it just has a bunch of...
You're talking about a piece of junk, right?
Yep.
Okay, then an auto salvage yards that come and crush them and take them away, you need to ask them what they require, or we can find out for you probably, but you have to do a certain mailing, and then it'll just simply be an abandoned vehicle. But do your VIN search. Daphne will give you a callback number. I'm Troubleshooter Tom Martino. We have more coming up.
Just have her do a VIN and then get back to us, and we'll have a process for her.
Hey, Tom. 4800 Washington Street location in Denver. Don't worry, we'll be opening a new location, so it'll be a seamless transition for our customers. Until then, we will be having...
If they want to, it's fine.
...in our warehouse to get ready for this big move. Everything in our outlet center is 50% off. Huge selection of granite tops, cabinets...
But we'll do it outside the spot ball.
Everything must go, so don't miss out on these savings. 4800 Washington
Just
Street,
see if
Denver,
Daphne can get in. If not, no big deal.
Are you outgrowing your starter home, or you've got a kid on the way and you're looking for a bigger place to live? Well, your timing couldn't be any better.
I can text them
it's
for
Ross
you.
Kaminsky for American Financing, and you know what real estate prices have been doing across the Front Range. No matter how long you've owned your current home, it's likely you've got a bunch of equity in it. Maybe it's time to take that equity out and put it toward a down payment on your forever home. Rates are the lowest they've been in over a year, so your dream home may now be within reach. I recommend American Financing because you'll get a customized loan from a salary-based mortgage consultant. They've been around for 20 years, born in Colorado, and continuously growing with our real estate market, so they know what it takes to get you into a home for less. There are never any upfront fees, and it takes only 10 minutes to start, so give them a call, 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or apply online at AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
This is Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW, iHeart Radio Station. With Ross Kaminsky Mornings, Dan Capless Afternoons at 4, KHOW, Denver.
Defending declassification. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. The president getting a flurry of questions about allowing documents on surveillance of his campaign to be made public. Fox News' John Decker is live at the White House.
A day after President Trump empowered Attorney General Bill Barr to declassify information about the origins of the investigation into Russia's election meddling, the president explained his decision.
Now, people have been asking me to declassify.
Seems so strange to see the walls bare and nothing inside the trophy cases and whatnot.
You're going to learn a lot. I hope it's going to be nice, but perhaps it won't be.
House Intelligence Committee Chair Adam Schiff on Twitter wrote the President and Barr are conspiring to weaponize law enforcement and classified information against their political enemies. He continued the cover-up has entered a new and dangerous phase. Lisa?
Thanks, John. President approving a Pentagon plan to send 1,500 additional U.S. troops to the Middle East, although 600 of them are already there.
I'm waiting for that IG report to come out. I mean, I thought that was supposed to be out here.
You know, if there was something there was something there. It doesn't take 2 years and you come up with, you know, oh, we found something, but I'm not going to tell you. And they hunted for 2 years because they couldn't find it.
Didn't find nothing. I mean, Pelosi even gapped out on that.
She's getting a lot of pressure.
Yeah, well, there's so many people on the freaking Democratic Party who are so hard-leaning left that she doesn't have a lot of choice.
They're really going extreme now.
Yeah, when Pelosi is damn near moderate inside the party, you know.
Exactly.
So we're being warned of a freaking people just speaking sense. Oh, God, please don't tell me.
What did they say about war? You mean Iran?
Warren.
It was Warren.
Yeah. Another crackpot.
You know what's yeah. I'll bet Biden. I'll bet you his son is dirty. I bet you he had some shit to do. You know, he got kicked out of the military. He got kicked out. Who did? Biden's son.
Wait, I thought he was a hero.
No.
Wait, his son, the one that died?
No.
Did he have another one?
Yeah.
The one that died was a good kid, though, right now.
I don't know. The other one
nobody's pulling any dirt off his grave yet, so.
What do you mean married?
Didn't he marry the wife
of the dead brother?
Guy that died?
Really?
I thought they married or they started going out together.
Well, it's not his sister.
No, I know.
King Herod did it. I mean, my God.
It's just kind of different.
I can't imagine going after one of my brother's wives.
Poof. After he died.
This report is sponsored by Furniture Row.
Mostly sunny
You'd
today.
really be out of options, wouldn't you?
And God said, go force to multiply.
Okay. I get back in the old days, that was the thing.
You say more. Yeah, you pick up your brother's wife or whatever to help them on the family and kids.
Well, Italians did that, not married, but took care of them.
Perfect time to create the
How to take care of them?
dining or bedroom.
Just on Saturday nights?
It's Monday.
You know, it's Friday night too.
Friday nights.
10 days. Hey, it's Ross Lewinsky from American
Until
Financing.
SNL came on.
Instead of letting credit card
Oh,
interest
yeah. Can't miss it.
20% or more,
It's
move
too
it into
crazy.
your mortgage at a much lower rate.
So Biden's got dirt up, you think?
$1,000 a
I think
month.
his son's got
I don't see where Biden is. He's been vice president for God's sakes, and he's been vetted as a congressman. Look how long he's been around. Wait, did he go back to being he didn't go back to being a senator, right?
American Financing's salary-based
But
mortgage
I think,
today, it takes
look,
just
guys,
10
I'm
minutes
not
to start.
talking
There's no
politically, okay? I
commission, no
promise you.
obligation, no
I
pressure,
just don't
and
think
never any
Trump can
upfront
win
fees,
anything.
just a loan
I think
customized for
there's
your
too many
needs.
people that
You
hate
might
his
even
guts.
be able to delay.
Now, I know there are a lot of people that like him, but I think people with hate are motivated
a bunch of
more.
interest expense.
Right.
So give them
They
a
really
call.
are.
303
Hate. That's why he won.
7000. That's 303 695 7000.
Because you think of the dislike that for Obama?
1 minute, ideal.
The whole liberal thing.
Before you have your
But that liberal thing, it goes back and forth. You know that.
Yeah,
We get all liberal, then we get all conservative, then we get all liberal. I mean, look at it. We have done
The
that.
history has done that.
But look at how liberal they're getting, how liberal they want to
It
get.
gets
They don't
farther and
they don't
farther.
line up with Americans.
I will say this.
303
It goes like, you're right, it goes farther and farther to the left. I mean, right now, I mean, they want to change everything known to man. I mean, everything we just lived with forever. It truly reminds me of the hippie movement, and I'm not kidding.
This is much worse. Because you got the media behind them.
Not for being here today. For honoring my brother's wishes.
So is Ideal going to come up? No? Okay.
We all want to be remembered for what makes us us. Olinger Highland Mortuary and Cemetery, or any of our local Dignity Memorial providers, can help you
More
celebrate
rain
life
across the
beautifully
U.S.
beyond
The
the
U.S. is
borders.
getting cold.
Visit Denver.
What about us? Is that us right there in the clear?
Midwest.
We're right in the clear, right on that left.
Bottom left. Yep.
Ideal.
Ideal Home Loans for your next ideal home loan, and I don't say that lightly. Listen to the ease of process. A quick close, a free second look, guaranteed to save you money. Now listen to this. If you have a loan in process, do you know you're not obligated to stay with that lender? If you have a loan in process, Ideal guarantees to save you money. Guarantees it. Now, how can you not take up that deal? Because here's the worst case scenario. If they can't, they will confirm you have a great deal where you are. Either way, you win on one of the largest financial transactions ever. And they have a process that can close you in 3 weeks or less, and all of their promises are put in writing. And they have credit optimization to get you even better pricing, and an interest rate guarantee. You can benefit from refining or buying and still take advantage of any rates when they go down over the next 2 years. And each time you close, you get another 2 years. Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan. 303-867-7000. You are not a number. You want a boutique. You want Ideal. 303-867-7000.
Don't miss the Trading Group Show. Sundays.
So I got kicked out because of drugs.
If you want to learn how to make
Oh,
money
Biden.
$100 Trading Group Show.
Where do you get kicked out of?
Navy Reserve.
Maybe, yeah. And that's what his dad was in the Navy, right?
And he went in there. So his dad tweaked it because he was way too old to go in. He had to get a special. He was like 40 years old.
As a naval reserveman?
Yeah.
Whoa. Do you think, you know one thing I will tell you, honest God, from the very beginning, Trump was never given a chance. They hopped all over that son of a bitch. Everything he did, everything he said. I mean, really, he never had a chance to even catch his breath.
First day in the White House, they said he pulled down Martin Luther King's bust.
Oh, and then they talked about the unauthorized, but then he also orchestrated the biggest crowds ever. You know,
Sure.
Just shut your fucking mouth. Although I do believe he could have people eating out of his hand like he won't, but he's just not that type.
He's not that type.
He's like Mark, he doesn't give a shit.
Right. Well, think about wasn't it the first week?
I truly think Mark and him have very similar personalities. I mean, Mark doesn't just insult people for nothing, but I think that they're similar in that Mark doesn't give a shit what you do.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
All right, Cochran.
This is the Troubleshooter Show.
He's really good.
Now, Tom Martino.
The Troubleshooter. I'm your troubleshooter. That's a consumer advocate. Spread the word. You can call 303-MARTINO. 303-627-8466. And you can call it any time with any problem. I'm not kidding you. We have helped addicts. We have helped mental illness. We have helped car purchases. We have helped real estate. We have helped career. We have helped buying and selling anything. We have helped with family problems. We have helped with neighbor versus neighbor. I can't think of a problem we don't help with. Well, I mean, I sure could, but it's better if you just call 303-MARTINO, and then Dano goes through it. Daphne goes through it. If we can call you back, we do. You leave a number. Or we email you, but I want you to leave a number. And we also can find people to help if we can't. Dan's got a comment on the auto glass. We have Alaramis with us from Pro Auto Care, 303 Pro Auto, and Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmission. I love his website, transmissionsdenver.com. How long ago did you get that?
Oh, it's had 20 years or better.
Oh, it had to be. You were one of the first.
Yeah.
Because you don't get those, without being one of the first.
Yeah.
And then, of course, 303proauto.com is pretty cool. I think that websites are so mishandled by businesses many times. And I like having the .com and the phone number in the same. But how
do you think they're mishandled? You saying in the way they message?
Many businesses feel that they must have the name of their business on their
Got it. Versus
they don't have to.
Right.
I mean, you just don't have to. And I believe I snagged some URLs for you. Now, you're fully invested in 303 Pro Auto, and I don't care because that's a good one. I mean, I wasn't using you as an example of a bad one, but a bad one would be like, okay, Revitalize Health. I love those guys. Revitalize Health. So the only way they could get it is revitalize-health.com. .com, but it's okay. But I said you're the hormonebros.com. Hormone Bros. That's not the name of their business, but it exploded their web traffic. You take a company like I give this example of somebody who shampoos dogs, and the name of it is something the boutique for the whatever. They go to incredible things. They might even do all initials, or they do an initial hyphen dash boom boom, but and I say, find something unique. It doesn't have to be the business name. I give this example in my manuscript. I have not yet done anything with thepoochscrubber.com.
Great one.
Yeah, poochscrubber.com. I mean, it's not the name of the business, but people remember it. Right. That's what I meant by
that's a real smart.
You don't have to have the name of your business at all.
It's easier for people to
remember. One time I told you let Al fix it, but that was too general at the time. We were going over those years ago because that could be appliances or anything.
Cornani.
But okay, look at what George did over at Fix It 24/7. Do you know what? FixMyHome.com. Oh my God, think about that. Fix My Home. Do you get any better than that?
No, that's right on.
I know. All right, Dan, you have a comment on the auto glass. The guy that replaced the windshield, he sounded pretty straight to me. These guys, they sounded pretty good to me at SLP in Lakewood. They cracked, she went there for a cracked windshield, and she said they destroyed her headliner and all that. And he said, look, we'd be upset too. I'd be upset. But she came in, guns a-blazing, in the phone, recording, and we felt uncomfortable. She was noisy in front of the customers. Just come in and talk to us. We have insurance. In any case, Dan, what was your comment on it?
Oh, I've had 5 windshields put in over there over the years, and those guys are real professional. The place is clean. They're real nice.
They have good reviews.
Yeah, I've never had a problem.
Well, that's good. That's good, Dan. I'm glad you hung on to tell us that. Now, tell me, did you go there first because of the pricing?
I really don't remember. Probably they're about $50 cheaper than what other places would be.
Better than a hot stick in the face.
Yeah, and I live not too far from there, so it was convenient.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you for that on-air review. In fact, anyone right now can call about any company and give an online review. I mean, an on-air review. Those are very valuable. I'll give one. Let's see, who can I talk? Oh, my God, I had so many good ones. I just have great experiences, and sometimes I don't, but then, don't we all? I can't think of too many negatives, though. I'll tell you one thing, though. Hey, William, you're next, by the way. Those 3 little boys come up to the house and say, sir, is that your car? Oh, I hate those words. I said, why? And they said, well, we were playing, and I'm thinking, oh, God. And we bumped into it, and there's kind of something there. And I went, oh, no. So I went out there. They didn't have to come to me. I would have never known they were there, and it was parked away from the house. But think about that. They came to the house by themselves. There was no, and it was a tiny little thing. Tiny, like Nick and the boys.
But it bugged them.
Nick and the boys will fix it. I don't think I would have noticed it right away. So Nick and the boys can fix it probably for $50.
Right.
Okay, that's at Flexinet of Colorado.
Right, you had other scratches too in the car, right, from backing up and
holes
or any of that stuff?
No. But anyway, I said to those boys, why did you do that? You didn't have to. I would have never known, but I'm glad you did. And they said, we just thought it was the right thing to do. Now, I swear to you that they did not have to, I don't know. I like that.
To do it. That's
they were about, 10?
Yeah.
12?
Where do you think that starts?
Home.
That's home. That's parents.
Oh, yeah, because when I was out there looking at it, the father comes out and says, what's going on? I says, I don't know, your boys just came out and said they did something. I was astounded. I mean, that was really cool.
Yeah.
And he says, well, you let us know if there's a problem. Yeah.
You should have said, yeah, make me dinner tomorrow night, bring over lasagna.
I got an estimate, it's $3,000, and I got a stiff neck.
Yeah. My headline.
Okay, so William, talk to me, bro.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
So you had the lady call in about the RV left on her property.
Oh, my God. She needs to get rid of it, yeah.
Yeah, crushers don't take them anymore. You can't send it to the junkyard. They call it, it's mostly trash. If it's a fiberglass motorhome, you have to take it to the dump.
The dump?
Yep, they call them trash because most of it's fiberglass. It's stuff that they can't recycle.
What about the motor and all that?
They say it's just more trash than it is metal, and they don't care. You send it to the dump.
Now, how do you know that? How do you know that, William?
Because I had 2 buses I bought to turn into motorhomes. I'm an RV technician, and they were mostly fiberglass. When I decided to semi-retire, I got rid of them. I tried to take them to the junkyard, and both times they told me they don't take them. I had to drag them to the city dump and give them to the city dump. You still need a title on it. The dump won't take it without a title.
Oh, really?
Crushers don't take it anymore because it's mostly fiberglass, and when they crush it, it's to them it's all trash.
What we're going to do is first do this VIN search to find out, or have her do it, to find out the last owner, and then send notice as an abandoned vehicle so we can get rid of it. And then, of course, after that, then, we can do the thing with the... But if she doesn't have a title, but she does have the abandoned vehicle, I think she can still get rid of it.
She can get rid of it with the abandoned vehicle.
If she does it properly, yes.
Yes, if she does it properly, but it won't go to a crusher. They won't take them.
Cool.
It's got to go to the city dump.
Thank you very much. Okay, I love my audience because they know a lot. A comment on that. Okay, William, you also have advice. What do you say, William? Well, I'm sorry, William hung up. All right, 303-713-TALK. We have wide open lines you can get right through. I'll take on-air reviews, or if you're in business and you want to brag about yourself, I call it, why am I special? You can call. Free advertising, people. You call and say, I'm special because. But I don't want the because to be like... I'm special because I'm honest and I like people. I want something special.
My mom said so.
Yeah. None of that. 303-713-8255.
This report is sponsored by Home Depot.
Well, it looks like we might have had a quickie accident southbound I-25 at 80.
My mother said I was special when she dropped me off at the orphanage.
There you go. Ask my mom if she was adopted. She just laughed. So I don't think so, you
all the ones out there. And when she left me there with my 6 brothers.
I-270 between I-70 over to Vasquez. The rest of your drive looking pretty good. Denver weather sunny, pretty nice today. Look for a high temperature near 70.
Do you want to talk about that adaptive system and stuff, of point of information, or is it something? Which one I told you about, which is the new sensors and stuff like that, and bring it up, because people don't know about it, and it's a big deal.
Especially heads-up displays and shit, right?
Oh, the heads-up displays are mostly...
You're right. It's just a reflection, isn't it?
So what I'm talking about is the radar and sonar.
Fix it 24/7. I just mentioned their website, fixmyhome.com. You'd be crazy not to check them out. They, first of all, I've known the owner for like 20 years, and he took over. He had left Denver a while ago. I knew him back in the Candlelight days, Candlelight Electric, Candlelight Heating. Then they went to 1 hour and all of that. And then he left and came back. And this is what I call the culture of excellence and the culture of doing the extra mile. For $39, they will check out your heating system. They did mine. I also had to check out on my plumbing system, and I'm going to have one on my electrical. You will not believe what you get for that money. I mean, they go through everything. And if there are any parts and anything at all you have done, they credit you the $39. There's just no beating it. And that's $39 also to find any problem if you have one. No matter what the problem, no matter how long it takes. And again, if you have the work done, they refund it. Okay. It is fixmyhome.com. 720-526-3939.
It's on Carpet Mill Outlets, 1 day only private sale. Tomorrow at Carpet Mill Outlet stores, save up to 40% off MSRP on hard surface flooring with 2 years interest-free financing. They have the latest styles and trends in hardwood, tile,
They were doing a little bit on that Max airplane. We talked about that last time, and Boeing basically released a deal that said that there was a warning system that was failing that should have warned the pilot that was intended. Yeah, so Boeing released a statement that said that there was a safety alert in the cockpit that was intended to warn that was malfunctioned.
They admitted.
They admitted. It said Boeing said Saturday it had discovered after the airlines had flown with the MAX airplane that several months the alert system in the cockpit was not working as intended, yet it didn't disclose it to the major airlines or the federal regulators. This is out of Chicago Tribune.
Boeing didn't admit that.
Boeing didn't make anybody aware of this.
But somebody found out about it.
Somebody must have found out about it. The feature is designed to warn pilots when a key sensor might be operating incorrectly.
Who is this guy, by the way, that they say is going to be next president, this gay governor?
No,
What's his name?
I can't guess.
He was retired. Was he special forces and everything? He's a badass. Yes, he was.
Pop quiz. If you
But is it band lover?
$100,000, how much would it
that band's going to start playing before long, though.
What band?
He doesn't.
$30,000?
The people in town, man. I mean, he doesn't have enough variety.
Oh.
He doesn't. It's not going to last.
You
I don't
think
think Biden's going to last either.
Think Bernie has any traction? Well, who are they got? They're going to have somebody.
They're going to have somebody. Right now, I don't think even Biden can. I disagree with you. I don't think even Biden can beat Trump. I don't think that's going to happen.
I think, okay, you know me. I'm not saying anything due to politics. I'm doing based on what I think as far as winning. I don't think Trump will win against anyone.
No, and that's where I disagree with you. Right now, I don't think the Democrats have anybody standing up there that can beat him.
What do you think?
Not
Hillary
everyone
would be a
can.
disaster?
What's that?
Would Hillary be a disaster?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask another one.
Well, and that's one of the bigger reasons he won too. You know, it had if they would
What
have
about-
actually let Bernie take the freaking nomination like he was supposed to, then it may have been a very different.
What about Michelle Obama? No, seriously.
I honestly, you know, I haven't seen where
She's got the magical touch.
She definitely
People
has
love
the
her.
charisma.
What do you? What
You know,
about
she's
Oprah?
political Oprah.
And what about Oprah?
Yes.
What about
Oprah, I don't think people would take her serious enough. I really don't.
But I think
do.
Michelle would gain more traction than Oprah would.
And I think Michelle would make a great president. I do. You know, Obama wasn't that extremely liberal.
She was intelligent. Michelle was intelligent, no doubt about it.
He was extremely liberal, Obama.
Oh, heck yes.
Do you feel this country went extremely liberal?
Yes.
What
Yeah,
can
and
you
quite frankly, they set back racial relations 50 years.
Yeah.
No two ways
And-
about it. He
and-
had
and
such
he
an
could
opportunity
defund it.
to close that gap. Instead, he spread it.
What did we do with the money, with the economic stimulus and all the things that were done? Maybe one good thing that came out of that necessarily. We gave money to all these companies that went bankrupt years later.
I'm Tom Martino, Genesis Total Exteriors. They do exteriors. They also do bathrooms and kitchens and everything in between. So basements for sure. That's GenesisTotalExteriors.com. 303-679-8509. You can trust them. Okay, let's keep going. Jim's got a comment on that mobile home removal. Go ahead, Jim.
So there is two things. One, an RV is a little bit different than a mobile home, but there are companies now that will come out to your property and remove it for you, but it costs thousands and thousands of dollars for that. Oh, yeah, because they have to tear down. A lot of these are really old, so they have byproducts in there that are they could be asbestos-related, other chemicals. They have to dispose of them properly. I've done this several times in real estate transactions where we just want the property and not the mobile home, and it costs thousands of dollars.
Now, wait. You said mobile home. We're talking about an RV on wheels.
So, of course, so RV is, you're absolutely right. If you want to dispose of it properly, you do have to get title, obviously.
But it's not going to cost. It's not going to cost thousands and thousands like a trailer.
It could, though. It could. If they can't move it, then it could. I mean, you could get it towed away, but you can't get it towed away to a junkyard.
Okay.
They won't take it.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, he has a point because you're going to have to flatbed with a big truck, depending on the size of that
You're
unit.
right. Zachary.
Yes.
You got an idea?
I've been a private property tiller for many years. You just call a local private property cleaning company. They'll put it in their yard. They'll store it for a period of time, 30 days. They'll file title, and then they're responsible for it.
But are they willing to do that with a piece of junk?
Yep, I did all kinds of things. Abandoned cars without wheels, didn't matter.
How much did you charge, like, for an RV? Whoop, are you there? I think we might have been disconnected. You know, he does have a good idea. I mean, tow, he said, from private property. There are a lot of tow companies that work for private property owners, and they tow because it's your property. You know, so, hey, take it.
So you're thinking like an abandoned vehicle.
It's illegally parked on your property. Yeah. I mean, I mean, so you call a tow company, let them do it. You got to pay them. Then they, like he said, they put it in the yard, and they know the procedure for for destroying it, right? Because they know how to contact, where to contact, how long, whatever, all of the intricacies. Okay, we have plenty of time for phone calls, people. 303-713-TALK. My pledge, I get to you in 5 minutes right by. Oh. Barbara, I just go to Barbara. Barbara, what's going on?
I bought a new Ford Escape, a new 2018 in January.
Okay.
Okay, on May 10th, it started that when I would put it in reverse, I'd get a warning trailer brake light bulb failure.
Huh, when you put it in reverse?
Yes.
Only in reverse?
Only in reverse.
The light did not go on any other time?
No, but yes, yes. When I used the turn signal, then I would get the warning that said trailer turn signal bulb failure. So I made an appointment for the 16th of May, and of course the warning light stopped on May 15th, so I canceled the appointment. Now, starting on May 17th, the first time that I take it out in the morning, after it's set all night, I drive about maybe 15, 20 minutes from home, and the radio stations, it's on 6:30, I would tell you.
Yeah.
It automatically changes it to 6:40.
It's definitely defective.
Okay, now.
Yeah. No, seriously. And when you make toast, does it start? I mean, so you're having some weird gremlin kind of stuff.
Okay, so what I want to know
it's under warranty, right?
Yes, it is under warranty because it's a new.
Yeah.
So is that some kind of an electrical problem, and should I take it in?
Oh, for sure, take it in.
Most certainly.
I mean, especially under warranty, but it's not. It doesn't sound like a serious electrical problem. It's probably all going to be traced to something very simple.
Does she have a trailer hitch? Do you have a hitch in the back of this?
Yes, I do have a hitch on the back.
Okay, and does it have a brake controller inside the unit?
No.
Okay, so do you have the 7-pin connector in the back? Do you tow a trailer or anything?
Yeah, because it could have some wires touching.
Okay, no. It came with the trailer hitch.
Okay, perfect.
So I got it, but we don't intend to use it.
I understand you have a hitch, but do you have what he was asking? It's a little round plug or a square plug that you plug the trailer into. It's an electrical plug, not like an outlet, but like a multi-pin plug.
Okay.
Right, it's next to the trailer hitch.
Yes, there is that.
Okay. So I'll give you a little bit. On those vehicles, they'll come with those packages, but they're not always wired completely for the package. They make a harness, and a lot of times they'll tape those harnesses under the dash for you to wire in a brake controller.
Right.
So you leave ends, electrical ends, and there could be something going on
just with touching.
Touching, exactly. They plug into the underfused panel sometimes, or just a junction. All the Fords are notorious for this. I've owned them, and they come with, which is a great
You understand what he's saying? He's saying that the rear plug has a harness, which is a group of wires running up to the front and possibly terminating under the dash, and they coiled it up, maybe tie-wrapped it for the future if you wanted to add a brake controller.
Okay.
Or there's also a TSB for this actual complaint.
Okay.
What? Really? A technical service bulletin? Listen to this.
For this complaint.
Give her the number of that TSB.
It is.
Listen.
For to see SSM, so Sierra Mary.
Okay.
47784.
47784.
And what does it say?
It basically says it's a water intrusion problem that's actually causing connection problems.
What does it say it does?
It turns on the trailer connection lights, the trailer blinker lights.
Hold on. He found a regular technical service bulletin. So when you take it to your dealer, you tell them what's going on and say, could it possibly be this service bulletin? And they're going to be impressed like crazy.
Oh, they're going to think she's amazing.
SSM 47784?
That is correct.
Okay, now would that be causing the radio station to change?
It doesn't mention the radio in here, but...
Listen, all I know is when electricity goes queer, anything can happen.
Well,
it's just weird. It's odd.
My husband said, well, I don't want you to take it someplace and get stalled because everything went out.
No, it's a very... electricity is weird, man, when it goes weird. It just, anything happens.
Just always remember, reset the dial to 360.
630.
630.
I always do.
Thank you.
That came around full circle.
Thank you so much, and
Thank you,
I will
Barbara.
call them and keep the appointment.
Who's your Ford dealer?
Siltar.
Good. Okay. Good. Zachary, what's happening? Did we take Zachary already? Yes, we did. Sorry. Come on, Daphne. I know it's Friday and it's a holiday
Zachary
week.
accidentally got hung up on.
Oh, sorry, Zachary. You got accidentally hung up on again. I have the notes here. Zachary, RV... Oh, I think I took one. I don't know. Let's talk to Mick. Mick, what's going on?
Hi. I've got to take my RAV4, my 05 RAV4 in for service.
Uh-oh. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's just standard. There's only 95,000 miles on it.
Has it given you good service?
Oh, it's excellent.
Now, you have automatic transmission?
I have an automatic transmission, and they're recommending at the dealership a flush. Everything a transmission flush.
Let's just talk about that. Right. Pete, it's controversial. Okay, do you flush or not?
I don't generally prefer a flush, no.
Why?
I don't like the external machine hooked up to it. They're not dropping pans. They're not changing filter. They're not monitoring.
You actually think...
It can't actually do exactly what it says it's going to do if you don't drop that pan.
So flushing gives you the impression it's flushing out all the impurities.
These things were made for quick lube type places whose technicians were costing more money by touching transmissions than they were making.
It's actually a cheap, fast way of doing it, and they try to talk you into it thinking you're getting something more
100%,
comprehensive.
and they've crammed this down the American public's throat. They try to make this idiot...
So you get a more thorough cleaning and stuff when you drop everything.
Well, yes, and you're changing filters. You're not doing that with a typical flush. There are companies that do it. I know Rolly Purifoy and I talked
At 95,000 miles, I would do a complete service.
100%.
That's dropping the pan. By the way, did they mention...
Even with perfectly clear or slightly clouded fluid?
The fluid over time is going to absorb water. The additive packages break down, and what you want to do is replenish that in order to maximize
and you want to change the
unit.
filter. You don't change the filter with a flush. In fact, if anything, you're flushing the filter with more stuff.
Exactly.
I would... Listen, I have only, 40,000 miles on my vehicle, and I'm doing a flush.
Okay.
Well, it was recommended. Your guys recommended.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to speak. So I don't respect Jeff's opinion.
Not a flush. No, not a flush. I meant a change.
A change.
Service, yeah.
So there's a history to the vehicle, and a history of the vehicle requires you to service at intervals. Okay?
Right.
As it goes on. The flush is a word that became a used term. What it is a fluid exchange.
Right.
What it is. Jeff is 100% correct in the fact that you have to do the filters when the filters are present on the car. There are many cars that only have a magnet down in the pan. And those...
But don't you clean those magnets?
You pull them out, clean any of the sediment that's down in there. I look at what I do on my own personal cars. And in my personal cars, I actually do the flushes.
Boo! Why?
Because of the fact that I feel by adding the conditioner and the cleaner, I extend the life of my vehicles. Okay? I've not built a whole lot of trainings on my cars. Okay?
No,
so I base it off my experience. I also base it off of experts.
But do you have a filter?
In some of my cars, not all. My Honda didn't. Had a magnet and a drain plug. So those are the differences that you have, and you understand there are places and times when you should not do that exchange because the car's got way too many miles. It has had major contamination. You're just prolonging a problem that's already there, which is the training being worn.
All right, more coming up.
This is Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW.
What year? Was a... What was that thing?
What you talking about, Willis?
95 wagon?
95?
Yeah, 95 wagon has a magnet. Yeah, the newer ones went to the...
Well, yeah, because a lot of them do have an extra one.
He was in the Navy Reserve.
You can't change the main one in the case.
Yeah. He was a military intelligence officer.
He wasn't in special forces.
Oh.
I actually was, I was one of the builders at a dealership when I worked there.
You just don't like
training. I didn't tell them, I was doing all the 2-4 clutch packs when they were breaking and shattering.
No, yeah, it would also crash the weld on the back of the drum.
Absolutely, it was cracking. My friend of mine came up with a reinforced cone. He had a machine that made, I think it was Mark Hawkins, and he came up with one of the first inventors to that. Outside of buying that whole assembly, because that's what you had to do before. I used to do hundreds of those, and many of those we were doing under warranty. We had to do them in the car. So to pop those cases were okay. We do them in the car because we figured out how to do them and be fast. You're flat, you pay sure, you wouldn't get freaking paid much. And you had to learn how to be fast on those, so we would do a ton of them.
Yeah, but that's an old F4 too, so that's a piece of cake.
Yeah.
You're not dealing with a freaking
No.
shaft.
If you can pull off a couple of mounts, lean it down,
you're not dealing with a free shaft.
Are you saying some transmissions don't have filters? I thought
They all have filters. They don't all have serviceable.
There you go. That's what I was asking. So otherwise, you got to pull the whole transmission out to change.
Yeah, well, like on that Accord, it's inside the case itself. You can't put
like my
Hyundai's like have the one inside the case, and then up on top there's actually where the cool lines go in. There's a canister on the back. There's 3 bolts on the back. You pull it off. It's just a cartridge filter, just like the Mercedes, whatever. You place that inside that.
Yep, change it up. Yeah, almost all the German motors all have them. Fords do that, not have filters.
No, I'm going to do that like every maybe 25,000 to 30,000 miles.
Fluid's cheap. I mean, honestly,
well, that's the whole thing. Why do people want to defer maintenance so much? I mean,
they think they want it.
You know, yeah, exactly. When people went down to 100,000 miles, why?
Yeah, I've never serviced this thing in God knows how many months. Like, you're proud of that?
Who said it never serviced? I got a question. Would you put, like, should I have put a conditioner in that transmission?
If you're going to do
maybe next time?
The only conditioners that I would use is the BT product.
Right.
Or the majority of the time we use lube guards. We use lube guards.
Lube guards,
So, those are the only two. They're conditioners. They don't promise to fix anything.
Right. No.
If it says we fix this, don't put it in.
Oh, absolutely. No. That's so stupid. It's amazing.
With the exception of the lube guard shutter stuff. That stuff can be some damn weird stuff. You ever had a TCC shutter put that in there?
No.
Works
What? It's called what?
Shutter stop.
Trailer stop?
Shutter. When you get shutter.
And it is actually conditioning the fluid, but on certain vehicles, the turbocharger clutch, when they come on, the shuttering sensation.
It gets a shutter.
And it's only a tube about the size, about yay big around. Just squeeze it down in there.
Squeeze it in there. But it's just like even on any of the stuff that you add for the differentials and stuff like that. Oh, absolutely. Good stuff, man. I mean, it's just.
We use almost exclusively the old Ford green sticky stuff. That's stuff out the matter. And quite frankly, if you do any of these Ford Posies, whether you rebuild them or change them, and you don't put the green stuff back in, Ford will not warranty it.
629-6200. You can find Joe Lazzaro on my referral list.
There are those fluids that are just perfect for those vehicles. So, did you say you found a master rebuild for the CVTs that you're doing? Are you rebuilding? You're doing them, right?
Yeah, I just picked up a
good success.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought they were pieces of junk.
They are pieces of junk.
They are pieces of junk. But for a long time, there was no master rebuild.
But I
was not necessarily master. Yes, there are well rebuilt kits. Now, there's some of them that are still too cost prohibitive to work on. We're using A and Reds out of Wichita, and they have kits, and they've got a lot of hard parts. I was able to, instead of buying a dealer unit at $4,000 plus installation of fluids for a customer here 2 months ago, I got the customer out the door for $3,200.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. That freaking Ring doorbell is phenomenal. Holy shit. It is a phenomenal.
The one with the camera?
Yeah. It's phenomenal.
It's innovative.
And what you can do, you don't have to hook it to anything. And it goes to your phone. You can marry it to a chime inside. No wiring ever. I mean, unless you want it. Yeah. And it is phenomenal. It's just phenomenal.
There's all that innovation that has come out that is so fantastic. I bought the Arlo wireless cameras. My only issue I have is the battery life. That's the big thing. But now they sell it and they have rechargeable units.
Or you can get solar. It's outside.
But yeah, that probably would be the next step. I went and got the new camera system at one of my stores, and it's all the DVR is basically all LAN connected. It's got 5 each camera, has its own IP. The resolution is freaking through the roof. I have a 360 camera that you can view any angle, zoom in. It is unbelievable resolution. It is amazing what they can do with cameras now, and it's available to the public. I'll see if I bring it up. I'll show it to you. It's pretty amazing. The depth and the clarity is what the internet sucks in this building now. Holy cow!
You get up first thing, smoke a cigarette before lunch, after lunch. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm kind of feeling like I've lost about 4 hours of every day. I decided I need to find an alternative. So I started looking, and then Juul came up. I did both for a while.
Juul, well, they sell that stuff, don't they?
Yeah. I tell you what.
Do any of the
It's got to be better than cigarettes. It's got to be better.
Is it the cigarette company that came up with it? I wonder who's
No,
the
another company, but cigarette company bought it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. All right, Zachary, let's try this again. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
All right, so the best way to get rid of it is private property towing. You don't need a title.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and I thought it was great.
Yeah, and I was just saying, they don't. It's considered a motor vehicle, so that's why they can pick it up.
Right.
And they can put it in their storage yard.
Yeah.
They hold it for 30 days. They get a title through their way, and the customer doesn't have to pay anything. They can pick it up for free.
And okay, now I remember. Now I remember exactly what happened. We were talking, and I was about to ask you a question, and you weren't there. The question I was going to ask is about what does it cost to tow that motorhome?
Nothing. It's free because it's private property. They make their money off gaining title and salvaging it or selling it later.
Yeah, but man, I don't know. They're going to look at that and say, we don't want that.
It's not a matter of why. I've towed junk.
Okay.
I've towed horrible things.
All right.
And they find a way to make money off of it.
All right, man. Thank you. I got it. Now I got it. Mike, welcome. What's happening, Mike?
Hi, Tom.
Hey.
Guys.
What's going on?
Just wanted to give props and kudos to Al and his...
What did he do for you?
Well, he had his little car symposium.
Yeah, they're cool.
Oh, yeah.
Did you learn a lot?
Yeah, and I'm a pretty big car guy, but his techs are... those guys know their stuff.
That's awesome, yeah.
You know, that's pretty cool that you do that, the car care clinics. That's a really cool thing.
Did you win any of the cool stuff?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did.
Now,
right on.
Can you think of one thing that stands out that you learned or that they brought up that you liked?
I thought it was super interesting because I haven't seen much on the alignment, laser alignment. I thought that was pretty fascinating.
It's
how
crazy how much
often do you need that?
You know, you beat these cars up. It's almost every year. Here's the problem, Tom. There's no cheap tires anymore, okay? Tires are expensive, the radial tires, the sizes they have, and you can make them last so much longer keeping them aligned. It doesn't take much to wear, especially with the all-wheel drive. So that's what he got to see. And we bought the new Hawkeye system, which is the newest that Hunter has. It's a laser. It's an all-new system. And when you start learning how this actually functions, you realize I'm beating my cars up. So I would typically take 15 to 20,000 miles. That's a good recommendation.
Does rotating help the alignment or not, or just tires?
Just the tire wear and the wear pattern. Many of the tires are directional, not all, but many. Many of the rims on cars are directional, meaning they can go front to back and back and
You
forth.
guys did my tires.
Yeah. So
when do they have to be rotated?
I typically recommend people about every 5,000 miles at a minimum. And as long as you keep your pressures
Do you
up.
remember what the mile? You let me know what that was.
I think we did it that last time you were in. So that's one of these things you want them to last. Why not get another 5,000, 10,000 miles out of them, right? So I'm glad he called in that car clinic. Can I mention something real quick, too? Here's something for the listeners. The newer cars, we see these cars now that they're adaptive cruise controls. They basically slow down when traffic's in front.
Yeah, that's what mine does. For example, I can sit mine at 55 or 60, whatever I want, and then that's the fastest it will go. Yeah. But then it slows down when you're getting too close to traffic.
Absolutely.
And then it maintains whatever gap you set.
Right. Does yours give you the warning when you're doing lane departure as well?
Yes.
Okay, so it sees the lines on the road and knows how to do it. Does yours self-steer or not self-steer?
No.
Okay, so the newer ones are actually adding the self-steer, which brings it back in. The car won't drive on its own. These are part of what they call the ADAS, which is the Advanced Drive Assist Systems. Very important that consumers know this stuff because these things, whenever you have a problem with like a windshield, a front bumper replace, a mirror, maybe a car's involved in an accident, you got to make
bumper.
You
there are sensors on the bumper.
There's sonar. There's radar on these cars. That's how they sense the blood.
So now these parts become more expensive. A fender bender or a bumper bumper, a bumper thumper is not just a bumper thumper.
So when these people are getting their cars fixed, you have a newer car, you have these systems in here, you go to body shops, you better know that these people have the ability to reset all of those systems, because that is part of the safety mechanism within the car. The mirrors have to be targeted. When you replace a side view mirror that has that lane departure, that's where it does it from, it has to be targeted correctly to the body of the car, knowing where the lane is, so it works correctly. Cameras have to be aimed. We're actually looking to make a major investment in a new targeting system. It's going to cost about $12,000 to $15,000. And this is for setting the targeting on all these items and be one of the ones in our area that actually has it. This is where technology is going, and this is the infant in its beginning, but it's going to get more, Tom. We're going to see a lot more computer stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be more expensive in some ways.
It certainly is. I mean, the seats of the cars vibrate. Many of the new cars have the new.
No, I know. They're sensors.
Absolutely.
To give you a notice.
Exactly. When you're backing up, it gives you the little readout and the beeps and everything. So
all right. Cool. Wow. Lincoln, what's happening?
Hey, I just wanted to ask you guys, I've got a door locking problem with my Dodge Ram 1500.
And what is the problem in a nutshell? What is it? What is it doing?
The fobs kind of gradually stopped working, and I didn't realize at first I was hitting the lock button and it was beeping, but my doors were not locking. And then gradually the fobs stopped working, and also the locking button does not work on my armrest inside the cab. So
okay, hold on. We just have to take this quick break, and we'll talk about it. Coming right up.
This report is sponsored by Home Depot.
A couple of new accidents to report. A minor.
On those Dodges wear out. They just get so wore out, they crack and you lose your connection. It's unfortunate. That's why you have to replace that stuff. They just won't communicate. I mean, I did, my last GM,
those stops, I think, are pretty cheap, though.
But now, unfortunately, I have a program.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of aftermarket now that people are doing. I know you've got a guy who calls in a lot of it.
Right. But it's only a certain type of car or
Yeah,
something.
certain type of cars, exactly right. And some of these cases that you buy for these keys and stuff, they're made in like Taiwan. That car is high. So you buy for $9, $10 for the whole case, and you put your gut, your electronics in it, all connected to the We've done a couple where customers asked us to do. None of the problem. They just didn't work.
Guys, you know, Suzanne could not be happier with her cosmetic dentistry. She had done at Avenue Dental. But I want to make something clear. They do way more than just cosmetic dentistry. They do implants. They do dental. They do multiple implants, full mouth restorations. Now, another thing, they have a new special for patients. $59 for exam, x-rays, cleaning. That's incredible. And you should check them out. They have an office in Monument and one in the DTC, a husband and wife team. And that's $59. Now, if your insurance covers that, you can still get benefit. They'll do a free teeth whitening while you're doing it. And that is AvenueDentalStudio.com, 720-240-4740.
Pop quiz. If you sell a home for $500,000, how much would a traditional real estate agent charge a commission? If you guessed $25,000 to $30,000, you're right. But if that's the only way, you're wrong. This is why
I guess we have some packages downstairs, Daffodil, if you want to, when we're going back to the office.
At a fraction of the cost. Rex uses game-changing technology to cut out the middleman and save homeowners tens of thousands of dollars in fees. See if you qualify by calling
this headline.
Rex Home.
That's the headline.
Rex Home.
No, the one with damage of the windshield place?
Why give an insane amount of equity away to an agent? Rex offers the lowest fee in the industry without skimping on service. You'll work with a licensed local expert.
This is where they said it was too safe to say.
Get the most out of your home. See if you qualify by calling 833-REX-HOME. 833-REX-HOME. That's 833-REX-HOME. DRE license 01976-010. Minimum fee applies.
If you've saved a lot in your IRAs, 401ks, and other accounts,
I'll tell you one that
taxes
sucks.
could be your biggest retirement expense.
My
Unlike
windshield
the gardener, host of Your Money for
has
Your Retirement
a coating
every
on it
Saturday on
on the inside. And I found out this the hard way. It's a beautiful coating. Keeps all the sun out. And
Don't let taxes derail
I
your retirement. Call
tried to get us. This was
720-488-8604 or online yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
Hey guys,
and
Dave Logan
there was a
here.
sticker
Mark
on
was
it. I take the
scheduled
razor blade.
6.5 hours to see the
Yeah,
team
so
at
I cut through
Evolution
it. So
Medical to see
you can't put any stickers on it at all, except those little
static ones.
final ones.
Evolution Medical was comprehensive in their assessment.
And so
they recommended
I just realized, that is like,
changed my life. I can't believe how well they're
you can't put anything
when
on it.
past attempts by other professionals.
I can't, well, I don't think it was done by Mercedes. I think
in a decade.
it was owned by one of the executives. I think they had it done. I think they just did it for
truly
themselves.
life-changing. Amazing
And,
results, amazing professionals.
I
They
can't
help
do
restore
the,
my youthful vigor and
even the
definitely
toll
help
thing.
improve the
I keep them
intimacy of my
talking.
life. My life sends them
But, and for my,
and thanks them.
now this new
for
house,
their husband back.
there's
Guys,
a sticker, but I put it on the headlight. It works just fine. Works perfectly on the headlight, just on the top of the headlight.
evolutionmedicalgroup.com and get your free personalized.
It's nice having those little barcodes for your tolls, man. And you have to go through them and stuff. It makes such a difference on the bill.
I
Looks
never
like
stop.
you and stuff.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Okay, Lincoln. Al was about to talk about this. Go ahead, Al. And his electric locks.
Yeah, the electric.
Okay, turn your mic on, bro.
So sorry, man. Coming back here, I was reading something on here. So the master control is the one on the inside of your door. Those tend to be the ones that wear out the quickest. And is it when you flick it, it's not actually unlocking or locking the door?
Yeah, there's nothing reacts. There's no click or anything.
Right.
There's nothing. Yeah.
So if you take the key on the outside of the vehicle and go lock it, can you hear the electric actuator lock the door?
The key does lock and unlock the driver's door.
Okay,
the other ones I have to push the button up and down. Yeah.
Okay, but so you have the mechanical portion, you have an electrical portion of that actual latch. So the switch itself is going to operate the electrical portion, which is an actuator. So that part that could possibly be just the master switch is a problem. The problem with your key fob is, unfortunately, they start getting worn, and the fob itself starts having connection problems. They just get aged and old. Do you have the backup or the second one that came with the vehicle?
Can't you just change the battery in them?
That's a good, easy start, but sometimes they're worn. That's always the first thing. But do you have a second remote for it?
Yes, and they're both doing the same thing.
So now it's communication. That's what I'm trying to lead to. So now it's communication in the system. It's really tough over the air here to figure that. If it's not communicating, it could have a connection issue. There's a series of diagnostics you have to go through to check this thing out.
Okay, so we had a question. When you get these things changed, the components, how do you know if they have sensors in them? You have to go to somebody, I guess. I mean, really, nowadays, Al, how do you pick a mechanic? I mean, a guy might be a great mechanic, but know nothing about these specialized sensors in the bumpers, fenders, windshields, whatever, wherever. Even mirrors have them.
The problem is how do they get rated? Most customers don't even know about these systems. So
what are you really? Do you guys go like to factory trainings or what?
Exactly. So
is there a recurring training?
There's all kinds of training.
Okay. So is there something I can ask about? Like, okay, how do I know you know the latest transmissions? Jeff Vick Kimmer transmission, because what do? How do you stay?
We go to training, we go to summer.
Okay. So how do you know, though, that your mechanic or your transmission guy has done that? Is there some kind, I don't even know what to ask.
I know what you're asking. You're saying, how do I know if they're accredited to do all this type of stuff?
Even if they're ASC, that doesn't mean they're ASC.
Does not.
That doesn't mean they're that with everything. Like, for example, I want to know, do you know about all the sensors? Then for transmissions, do you know about the latest updates? Do most transmission shops know about all the updates?
Any of the reputable shops are attending the seminars that come around.
Again,
there you go. It's still vague. Absolutely. You don't know. That's the problem. Consumers don't know.
I'll tell you what. You gave me an idea on the referral list. We need to start listing qualifications.
Absolutely.
I mean specifically, because people might want to know, are you specifically trained in this, or this?
Right. So the dealers are a single-line type of specialization on the car that they represent. Independent shops are doing multiple-line vehicles. I always have rated that there's essentially three types of shop. There's many of the chains, like the Goodyears, the Firestone, stuff like that, that will do all the general maintenance and repair and stuff like that. The second tier shop is going to be the shops that can do advanced, suspension work, do some tranny work, stuff like that. And then the last ones are the ones that can do the diagnostic. Those guys are always on the Clean Air Colorado list for failed emissions tests with successful repairs. That kind of technician is such a higher level technician that can diagnose computer feedback cars, that's computer ran cars that fail emissions. Those guys are also very good in electronics and diagnostics.
I understand.
Then now you add what you just said,
and machining. How about machining in itself?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you know? But and I'm not. This is not a diss against Mark Machowski. He has a great shop. But really, if I had a shop, I would establish a great relationship with a machine shop. I mean, I don't know if I'd go through the expense nowadays because they can have all the latest machines, all the latest. Again, Mark's been doing it for years, more power to him, but wouldn't you, why wouldn't you job that out? Because aren't machine shops, I mean, they have the tolerances and the what do you call it, the sterile conditions and all of the latest laser cutting and everything. Am I right or wrong?
So here's what you're right about. The old age engines could run on the old machinery that used to machine.
Right.
The newest types of cylinder heads on these direct injected motors and stuff, the machine, the tolerances are completely different. The cutters, the bits, the machinery, the stuff that you have to buy are completely different. And what I've actually found, many shops have actually gotten out of the automotive machining.
Well, yeah, I'm saying that to me, as long as I trust you, Al, or you, Jeff, or anyone, if I trust them to find the right shop to do business with, they still put their name on it. Like, Al, if you send my head out level.
L1 is pretty much, and additional ones like specialist in diesel, specialist in other
do
items.
You bother personally being certified anymore with all those upper levels, or do you just make sure you have the staff?
I am still a certified master.
Still,
I go test.
Are you L1?
I'm not an L1.
Okay. That's what I mean. I don't think it's necessary that everyone have the highest level.
I'm actually going to go take my L1. I've stayed current because I thought if I asked my guys to do it, I should be it too.
I understand that, but I think it's almost makes your business too expensive to operate if everyone's an L1.
Right, but you keep a bunch of L1s, and those are the guys that lead the team below them, and that's how I set it up in my place.
All right, so don't forget,